Yo, I want to chill right now.
You're disrespecting me in a public forum right now. You realize that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want that to be the goal of the podcast, for somebody to let go of their worries in the world and listen to us.
This is my new look, Daddy David. Daddy David.
Born to procreate. Born to procreate. Yeah, that better make it in the intro.
Nah, probably not. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to episode 90 of the Unboxing Life podcast. Has a certain ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, Daddy.
Ooh, yes. We are bringing you a fun episode today. We love to do it. Our second annual top 10 albums of last year. That's for 2021 for people listening in the future. It's just been over. It was an interesting year. I think a good year for music. We're going to talk about it and have fun with it. With me, I have the best podcasters to ever grace this godforsaken earth. We have our boy Cameron. I'm just going real names.
Was good. Yeah, I just realized I'm the only one without a meme Zoom name, but that's okay.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Because you named yourself after me. Or what you accuse me of. I'll let you get to it. But anyway, what's up? Happy to be here. This has been a good year for music. I agree. So, yeah.
Nice. Glad to have you. We have Trevor, aka the below average music listener.
You
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sorry. There's a long running meme between Cameron and I that apparently he doesn't listen to enough music to be called average. So, yeah, I named myself after that because he didn't want to have a new display name. So,
I literally just wasn't. I was
it's fine.
doing pre-pro
Like
stuff.
I said, I got you covered. Fam.
I'll send myself.
We're
out
the
okay.
the BAML.
The BAML, that's true. And the last but not least, we got the cock. Quintessential album craze, aka Alex.
I will not tolerate the disrespect pointed at my man's over here. All right, we need to chill. You know, he listens to what he listens to. Nobody can take that away from him. That's his experience. So no disrespect tolerated from me.
Dad.
You'll get punched in the face for that, in the chest.
Okay.
I do actually, funny enough, have, because of Spotify Wrapped, receipts that I am now above average. Thank you very much, Trevor.
Okay.
I feel like anyone that touches Spotify is above average.
See, that's what I was trying to...
It'll be like, you're in your top 0.6% of listeners. I'm like, man, I listen to one album. Like, what are you talking about?
Yep. I was in like the top 5% for one album. I'm like, bruh, I use this shit for 3 months.
Right.
Yeah. I have something to reveal to y'all later on in the show about top percentage of listener.
Okay.
I will not. But anyway, take us in, David.
Well, I'm me. If I didn't introduce myself, I'm David.
That's David.
Average music enjoyer. And welcome everybody. Strap in. It could be a long one. We'll try not to bore you. We'll try to just riff on what our favorites are, you know.
This is gonna be a complete freestyle on my part with all my favorite shit. So
for anyone unaware of the format, we're gonna go top 10 starting from 10 and going up to 1, and we'll all give, whoever goes first will give their number 10, then we'll go around, the 3 other people will give their number 10, then we move on to 9. So we'll do it like that. It'll be fun.
Yep. And then probably Trevor and I, maybe Alex, maybe Cameron will give their favorite tracks real quick at the end.
Yep.
It'll
be a list. Yeah.
But before that,
got 15, I've got 30.
But I will say I might get a little bit of hate for this. I have composed my album list, but it is a top 5. And I'll tell you my justification, because I don't listen to that many albums throughout the year, and I have heard more than 10, but there's only so much that I feel so strongly compelled enough to talk about in a concise way.
Okay.
Like a lot of the albums I've listened to, I feel like I've just listened to it for that period, and then like I moved on. All of these albums are albums that I went back to and I feel comfortable about. So that's why I did 5.
That's special.
I'm kind of the same, but I actually did just fill out the list with stuff that I didn't care to talk about too much, but it's all good.
You guys can do the top 5, and then David and I will just riff.
I have more than
10
5
or whatever.
I can do tracks though. I've got tracks.
I put together my 10, so I'm doing 10.
All right.
All
But
right,
it'll be
My
it'll be
my
quick.
playlist on Spotify's description is the 10 albums that didn't look both ways before crossing my mind. So these were all albums that I
That-
consistently went back to.
Yep. Yep.
all right.
Okay.
There we go.
With that out of the way, let's do our traditions real quick.
Yeah,
Thing
who's going,
we do
baby?
every week, and then we jump in. Alex.
Ooh.
I love starting with a joke. I just remembered
Yes.
that.
All right, I pulled this one from Reddit. It's from our boy Pretend Amphibian 25 on Reddit user
Shout out.
u/. Shout out to him. But a lot of people always ask me. They say, Alex, where do you get your dad jokes? It's simple, really. I take them from the database.
Wow, okay. God.
Oh
Goodness.
man.
Yeah, that's a knee slapper.
Yeah.
Ah.
I feel like somewhere in there's never mind.
Okay.
We're gonna keep on trucking.
All right. Let's keep on trucking to the word
Give me-
of the week. of the
I
day.
have another two for you. Like
Two
we were
piece.
talking about last episode. I got two phones for you. So the first phone is this has nothing to do with music, by the way. This is a complete tangent.
Nice.
But the first word, I am still reading Circe. I'm only on episode. Wow, I'm only on chapter 7 now.
Okay.
But on page 51, lacquer, to
Oh.
coat with or as if with lacquer, or to give a smooth finish or appearance to, make glossy. And I want to read you guys the sentence that I found it in
Excuse
real
me.
quick.
I do like that word.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
liquor almost, right?
Right.
I'm
But
proud
it's.
I- I'm
I
proud
guess
I
I
know
should give the spelling too. It's LACQUER. I wanted to do that from now on too because I forgot to do that last week.
Nice.
But the sentence reads as follows: She had been one of my sister and Perse's dearest companions, her round face lacquered with malice. But now speaking to Glaucus, even she was transformed, open, ripe as a pear. So,
Damn.
so
Okay.
pretty powerful word.
Very descriptive sentence. Nice.
Very, absolutely. The second word of the day is mirth.
Ooh.
mirth. It is
Love
a
some
noun.
mirth.
Yeah. A mirth is gladness or gaiety as shown by or accompanied with laughter. And I didn't know what gaiety was either. And it means merrymaking, also festive activity, often used in plural. So high
There you go.
spirits.
Yeah,
and
as in
mirth-
like don your gay apparel, like the Christmas.
Yeah,
song.
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. And mirth is shrieking laughter clawed at my ears. I saw a river god who swore he would fight Glaucus over her crying with mirth. So
Dang.
those are your words of the day. That struck
Use them.
me.
Check them out, everybody. Expand your mind. Use them in your everyday stuff.
I
us
really
know.
like the word of the day tradition. I don't know about you
I
guys.
do too. I'm liking it so far.
Awesome.
I'm enjoying it. All right. I think I'll do the fact, so then my music one can transition a little more smoothly, perhaps.
Cool.
But this
Cool,
may
I'm
be
down with
music related as well. So
It is not
Go for
well ish because the movie has music in it. But either way, something I just came across and found interesting, especially given Disney's interesting history with political correctness and whatnot in the later works or the original works of Disney, is that King Louis, the orangutan from the Jungle Book, is that character, an orangutan from the Jungle Book, and considered initially to voice him was Louis Armstrong, but they steered clear of that. It was released in 1967 for anyone wondering the period. But they steered clear of that because they thought it would cause controversy to cast a black person to voice an ape. So they hired a white singer instead, who was Louis Prima. So Yep.
Oh, another Louis.
Yep.
Well,
the
dang, okay.
Do we agree with that stance?
the character is called King Louis. I mean,
not necessarily, but you can see where they're coming from, especially at that
Yeah.
time. It's a different climate entirely.
especially
Yeah.
directly in the middle of the civil rights movement. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
get it.
horrible
But
timing.
still, I mean, yeah.
I would. Yeah.
But Louis Arms, he's a legend,
Yeah.
So,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
and I
I
would
remember seeing
make sense
posters
in
of him when I
terms
was
of-
like 5
It
in
would
my
make
music
sense
hall.
in terms of the musical number that goes along with that character. Like that's what he's
Mhm.
known for in that movie.
Exactly,
the
yeah.
song.
I want to be like you.
Yeah.
So I could totally hear it. Like I could totally hear him doing that, and I think I would have loved it. But
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been probably even better, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, makes sense to steer clear of it. That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch the Jungle Book. I remember liking a lot of the music in that, but it's old too. So
He died like 4 short years later after that too.
Yeah.
Louis
I didn't.
Armstrong?
Yeah, Louis Armstrong, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize
American trumpeter.
Jungle Book was that old of a Disney movie. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of the Disney, at least the original movies, are very old.
Yeah,
The ones that we know are like the remasters.
Yeah,
right.
basically.
I watched Snow White as a kid, and I didn't realize it's from like the 30s or 40s
Yeah.
or something.
it was like the first. It's like the first feature film, like animated. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. So,
Disney's got a
Awesome.
crazy history.
Disney PR
Either way.
coming through
yeah, crazy.
in an interesting
All
way.
right. I'll
Dope.
segue into I'll give a spoiler for my song list that'll be at the end of the episode real quick, and I'll do my favorite track of the year real quick as my track of the week, so I
Nice.
can recommend it. Last year, well, not last year, Jesus, time flies, eh? 2020 was I felt like an easy one to pick. I could pick, Walking in the Snow, and I was like, oh, it sums up the year. It's of course that's my obvious choice. This one was harder. It was just like it could be so many things, but I went with Falling Out of the Sky by Arm & Hammer featuring Earl Sweatshirt, produced by The Alchemist.
On Haram.
Really, yeah, I can't give a lot of like justification for why it's the best. It just whenever it came on, it just felt like it transported me to a place where I was chilling, I was happy, which is funny because the album is super dark and like weird and obscure and stuff. So like it's also better in the context of the album because it's all like experimental and weird, and then this super bouncy like chill track comes on. There's these great verses, super well produced.
That's
yeah.
out. So
Yeah, I mean, when is it not going to be?
when is it not?
Yeah, so
He's been on complete fire. Him and Hit Boy have been carrying hip hop, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, I know. Alchemist has become one of my like probably top 5 producers in the past couple years.
I cannot hate you for that take at all.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So
And I'm just actively disrespecting you guys on accident because you had the same thing last year. I think it was the Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist project that you guys were singing the praises of.
Alfredo.
And I still haven't like hopped on that train, and I really need to because you guys can't stop singing his praises. So it's
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm
I gotta figure
concerned,
it out.
he put out like 3 classic albums in the span of like 2 years.
that's
now,
nuts.
So,
That's nuts.
amazing one. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, Price
All
of
right.
Tea in China, Alfredo, and I'm forgetting one.
Boldy James.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
Bow Jackson.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, check out The Alchemist. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm
For
headed
sure,
straight
man.
there after the episode, I think. So nice.
Nice. Check
Alfredo's
it
a
out.
good place to start.
Cool.
Yeah.
Note taken. Will do.
All right.
It's all out of the way. It's list time.
Do we want to go with the same order as the traditions, or do we
Yeah.
want to?
That works.
Yeah, I mean,
All
Alex is chilling for the first 5. I
He's
guess.
gonna do tracks, right?
Oh,
I
you
got
are gonna
track.
do. You are. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay, then
Nope.
Alex, you start.
You want me to start? I got you.
Yeah,
fam.
baby.
I got it on my phone because I've been showing off my tracks on Instagram.
Yeah, you have.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to do it with my cousin, but he's a scrub, so
If it's not Grimes, he doesn't want to hear it. Or
That's true.
fucking Jesse
Bjork?
I can't remember
Oh.
her name.
Bjork. Yes.
Jesse
Bjork.
Ware.
So
Sorry.
I got a lot of. None of these songs are in English, so
Nice.
it's a lot of fun. Number 10. This is kind of. It might be spoily for my albums, but
Fuck it.
my number 10 track, Dime Tu, Ozuna and Anuel. So it's a dope, vibey track. It's like it's got a lot of. It just hits hard. The drums are kind of crazy.
Okay.
And I like
Okay.
that. I like that song's melody.
Nice.
And number 9, Ten Cuidado, is Jay Baldwin. It's a song about Pokemon. So
Hey,
Okay. Nice.
very fitting for your brand now.
it is. It's a lot of fun. The music video is cool because he's got Pikachu. But
That's
Dang.
dope. So
he made
for
it for the
the
25th anniversary.
nice. So for the
Well,
audience, we talked about this like just now. Alex is gonna do 2 tracks per each one of our albums because he only has the top 5. So
Yeah,
But
and
just
then
so
I'll
y'all
get
know.
into albums later. Yeah,
For sure.
nice.
It'll be a
I gotta
nice-
check out the Pokemon one.
Nice sprinkling in a little bit of variety, especially with the Spanish language music. I love that. I got to get more on that as well. Tune my
Yeah.
ear to be able to hear Spanish better because I'm so out of practice after moving back home. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
David, you go.
Okay, I'm ready to go. My number 10 album, guys, Montero by Little Nas X.
Ooh, I didn't
That's
think this
good,
was
that's
gonna make
good.
the list either.
I sent you my list.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking like before you
Oh,
said it to me.
beforehand. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, very much so Lil Nas X released the 7 EP like, I don't know, last year.
2019. Yeah, it was like July of like 2019.
Okay, yeah. And I was a fan after that. I was like, okay, he does this genre blending pop stuff really well. Let me see what he does for an album. And he really satisfied like Snickers on this one. It was he did exactly what I wanted. He just expanded it to album length. He sort of went a little deeper in each genre. Like Life After Salem is a true
That was hilarious.
Thanks. Is a true great like moody rock song. Then he's got hip hop bangers. Dead Right Now is one of my favorites.
Industry baby.
Yeah, Industry Baby is one of my favorites. He just does really appealing music very well. I think it's all well produced. He has great hooks, and he will give you a variety with that genre exploring thing. And he has some stuff that touches on his personal life in a really nice way, where he still has an enjoyable tune with it as well. So yeah,
Dollar
he,
signs, slime.
yeah.
There's a lot of great shit on there.
And
Yeah, man.
he sent Christian America into quite a tizzy, twerking on the
Well.
devil. So,
Yeah,
gotta
he did.
And the blood shoes.
gotta let the
Yeah.
blood shoes. I forgot about the blood shoes. This man
Yeah.
worships Satan.
He's quite the character. Yeah.
He's great.
He might still
he's
be wrapped up in legal stuff for that. Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
To the end of time.
He's also
Yeah.
he's also one of the best Twitter follows you can ever have. He's
Yeah,
constant.
he's pretty
constantly
hilarious.
he's constantly
Yeah.
hilarious on Twitter.
Yeah.
Gotta love Little Nas.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yep.
Cam, give us your top 10 or your 10.
Number 10, I don't got a ton to say about. I'll give 2 tracks. We covered it here on the podcast. It actually was one of our most recent, or not one of our most recent, the most recent, besides the one before this that wasn't albums.
Okay, so there's only 2 of which that could be.
Donda, by Kanye. So,
Okay.
there's, it's mostly I listened apparently to only 10 albums this year. And so that's number 10.
And they're all the ones that we
And
reviewed for you guys.
eight of them are ones that we reviewed. So once again, the podcast put me on the good shit. That being said, like the ones we covered on the podcast were also the ones that I was most likely to listen to anyway. So yeah, that's that. Donda. I like Jesus Lord. I think might be my favorite one on there, which is interesting because I don't usually like anything with religious overtones, but it's a good track. And then the Moon has a super nice like ethereal chorus that's cool to listen to. So, and then I think there's like one line on Hurricane that I like where it's like
One line.
Father don't let me drown or whatever that is, where it goes to the
Oh,
chorus.
yeah.
But yeah, like an actual choir singing it, I think. But yeah,
Those are good picks. Those are some of my
That's
favorites too. Yeah. There you go.
I like old
All
Kanye.
right. I guess it's my turn. I am gonna go with Jungle. It's I believe the album is called Loving in Stereo. I never heard of this before I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. And he, I guess, had watched them at a concert like 3-4 years ago, and he kept raving about it. Even like episodes later, he would still rave about them. And they only had like an album or 2 out at the time. It's very like just dancey pop, but it's got an insanely great vibe to it. And I guess my top 2 tracks in there would be Talk About It and Truth. I like those 2 a lot. I like Can't Stop the Stars as well. So
Is it like
yeah.
a throwback album, like a lot of pop albums nowadays? Like the
Kinda, yeah, kinda. It's got its own aesthetic that I've never really heard on other albums. So it's it's a unique listen for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I like it a lot.
Nice. All right.
All right, I'm gonna start on my number 8 track. My name is and this is a Japanese track
Ooh,
by the homie Meteor.
okay.
And Meteor is a Japanese rapper, but he's also a voice actor in the anime Odd Taxi.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
What's it
It's
called?
called My Name Is.
It's called My Name Is off. It's a weird mixtape. It's only like five or six tracks, but the mixtape is called 2019, but it came out in 2021.
Okay.
Oh my
Interesting.
god.
Confusing. All right.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Interesting.
so it's called Meteor. Meteor is the guy's name. It's called My Name Is, and he's like in character of the character from Odd Taxi, and it's also featuring Ponpy, who is one of the guys in the intro to Odd Taxi. So it's like a dope collaboration track.
Nice.
And
Sweet.
it's just a hard track. It just comes out of nowhere, kind of.
I could see that.
Yeah. So listen to
Yeah.
My Name Is. It's dope
The music in Odd Taxi. Yeah, but
for
it's
sure.
nice.
Number 7, I got it's called Lavenganza by Jay Baldwin and Jay Cortez. The song.
If y'all couldn't tell, he likes Jay Baldwin.
I do like Jay Baldwin. This song is just another vibe. It's just one of those hard tracks. You could turn up the volume in the car, which I frequently do.
Oh yeah.
And it just goes crazy. It's like a same repetitive melody, but the melody is hard.
Awesome.
Nice.
Number 7.
Sounds good.
And I think we're gonna link if y'all could make some
Oh, yeah.
Spotify playlists. We'll link all of these in the description and maybe pin them in the comments too.
Same as we did
Yeah.
last year.
So you guys can
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely my personal main goal with doing videos like this is trying to, if one
Just to
person gets
blow up
put
and act
on
like we don't know anybody.
find something, yeah, find something they like. So hopefully we introduce you to some good stuff. So
Absolutely.
awesome.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, David.
Number 8, guys.
Hilarious that we got through My Name Is without making an Eminem joke, but I guess
That's
there it is.
like if
I'm glad
just
we-
rewatch the video and
Thank
just watch
God.
me look dumbfounded as fuck.
I knew you were thinking of it. Yeah. All right, number 8. We talked about on the podcast. I was the biggest fan of this album. It is "Happier Than Ever" by Billie Eilish.
Are we on number 8?
Yes.
No,
What?
we're on
number 9. I don't know.
Number
I
9.
can't.
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't know why. Because Alex said number 8.
Yeah, you good.
That's why I did that.
Number 9.
Number 8. Number 9. Jesus. Okay. "Happier Than Ever" by
Happier Than
Billie
Ever is number
Eilish.
9?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
number
Okay,
9.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You're just picking a bunch of pop, loser.
I
I'm joking.
know,
I'm joking.
right?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know. I'm losing.
Two albums in,
Well-
just fucking beat his ass for it.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm able
So
to get into
unnecessary.
more pop nowadays, and these are probably, I guess, these are the 2 biggest albums on my list, and they are the lowest, but they are both great in different ways. Billie Eilish, this album is a little less consistently good than Little Nas X, but it has certain standouts that push it further ahead to me. Like "Happier Than Ever" is one of my favorite tracks of the year. I'll talk about that a little later when I list it, but like my number 2, I think I have it listed as. So that's
It's it's up there. It's like 6 at least.
yeah. So has some great standouts like "My Future," of course. Really like the direction Billie went. Definitely my favorite body of work by her. Yeah, it's a little long. Maybe why it's lower on the list. Like when I listen to it more and more, some of the songs like, yeah, okay, and it's almost an hour long and whatever, but still really
Yeah,
solid.
it's a bit of a slog to get through for me sometimes, but
Yeah. There you go.
cool. I like the pick.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Is
Cam,
it-
give
is
us
that
your number
me?
9.
Number 9, same as I just talked about before and how I introduced Donda. It's the last podcast episode. It's Certified Lover Boy by Drake.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's quite a few songs on there that I just feel mid or like that they just kind of pushed through and like slapped on there. But there are a few good standouts. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path. I think I definitely talked about when we did the other episode. That's just Drake when he just gets on a
He
beat
snapped.
and just
He snapped. Snapped.
he just
He
continues rapping.
continuously snapped on
Yeah.
that track.
So I wish what is it? People could ask me. Fuck. People would tell me what they want from me the first second they speak to me.
He doesn't even give you a chance to digest any of the bars because it's
He just
ruthless.
he
That
just
whole
keeps going.
Song is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. But yeah, if people could tell me what they want from me the first second they speak to me. It's so good.
Like, come on, fam.
It's because I'm sure anyone who's dealt with any kind of fame has even mediocre or like minimal fame has dealt with people like talking to them about like, oh, like whatever, like trying to get on their good side so they can get stuff out of them. So yeah, it's just little things like that throughout the whole song. And Fair Trade is also solid.
Fair Trade is great.
And the intro, Champagne Poetry, I like a lot as well. I think that was a really solid opener for the whole album. So yeah,
I think I was coming about it when David and I were listening to it. I was like, oh shit, he's back at it. He's back, baby.
Trevor, you can speak on it better than I do. How do you feel about the album cover?
I will get to it when I
okay, all right, cool. All right, so that's that. So that's number 9 from me.
Sorry for the spoil. All right.
Nice.
Well, number 9 for me, I'm actually going to do something somewhat new. I've shown shirts on the podcast before, but I have...
He has something that he's examining.
I have 5 shirts representing the albums that I have that are on my list. So, number 9 is J. Cole.
There you go.
The off-season.
There it is.
I'll show you the back for the YouTube listeners.
Oof.
I got to see him in concert in September, and he's fantastic. But when I first heard this album, I was like, "Holy shit! This is my favorite J. Cole album. Like, it's better than 2014."
Damn.
I was feeling it that much because it's very concise. It's 12 tracks. It's like 37 minutes long, and it's nothing but bars like the entire time.
Yeah.
Like this is like his most rap heavy, and of course he's a rapper. He's been rapping his ass off for a decade now. In terms of an album, I think 2014 is still better than this, but this is incredibly enjoyable. Like there's joints on here like My Life, 100 Mil, which I know Dave is not really a big fan of anymore.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's all good. The Climb Back, which should have been on my list for songs of the year, but that song came out a year prior in like July of 2020, so it was kind of cheating. 95 South, like there are so many incredibly great tracks on here.
Yeah.
Some of them fall flat for me. Like Close I don't really go back to, but I appreciate where he was going with the track. All in all, I love that album. I think it's incredibly solid. It's like probably the best entry point for anyone who hasn't listened to J. Cole, just for him to like rip your face off for 37 minutes.
That makes sense, yeah.
It was a good one for me, yeah. I enjoy the album quite a bit, even though it's not on my list.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
That's my number 9.
Nice pick, yeah.
All right. Now we got number 6 and 5 for tracks for you, Alex, right?
Yep.
Yes, number 6, Yonaguni by Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny hasn't done too much in terms of music this year, or last year. Now you could say 2021. I mean, 2020 he dropped like 3 albums, and then 2021 there's no new albums. But he did come out with tracks, and Yonaguni is one of them. And I think Yonaguni is the name of an island in Japan somewhere.
Interesting.
But it's a very emotional track. You just got that tone from the way it hits. And I played it a lot. I was feeling it. And
real quick, am I correct in remembering that like 2 of those Bad Bunny albums were on your top 10 of 2020?
Probably.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I remember, yeah.
My man likes him some Bad Bunny.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 is Señor Juez by Ozuna.
Oh, okay.
Which is a different genre for Ozuna. Well, he's dabbled in bachata music before, but it's a bachata track, and he's really good on it. There's a crazy like switch up where it's just hard hitting drums like in the middle of it out of nowhere, and it's crazy to listen to.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, it's super instrumental with the guitar. Whoever was on the guitar was killing it in the studio.
Okay.
But that's my number 5.
I'm definitely interested to check that one out.
For sure.
Nice.
You love to hear it.
Yeah.
Number 8, Dave.
We're on my number 8. It is The Melodic Blue by Baby Keem. Kendrick Lamar's little cousin, for anyone who doesn't know at this point, which probably everyone does. This
Family ties, as it were.
Right. Could be a little higher. This and number 7 are pretty interchangeable. It has some of just my favorite, like, just bangers of the year: Family Ties, Range Brothers, Trademark USA.
16.
And, I love 16, yeah. And it has some great, pretty emotionally hard-hitting tracks too. Issues I love. I don't know. I can't put into words how much of that track, I don't know, it hits every time I listen to it. He really, it seemed like he got a bigger production team and just, got some good funding and went all out with this album. It's kind of like his, I don't know if he's had an official album before this, to be honest, but this is sort of...
I guess Die For My Bitch would be a mixtape.
Yeah, this like plays as his breakout album.
Yeah,
basically.
his debut.
So
his real debut.
So
on PG Lang.
Yeah, he's multifaceted. Been going a lot of different directions. He does the modern sound really well, and he has like surprising amount of lyrics I didn't know he had. So good for him, man. I'm another artist I'm a new fan of, which is always exciting.
Rolly Gang.
Yeah. Worth saying, he does a really good job of like introducing like bridges and all these different structures to his songs, which is somewhat rare in hip hop, which isn't a bad or good thing necessarily, but it's cool that he plays with that. So he kind of stands out with those. Like he does a lot of bridges and that kind of thing and switching stuff.
Yeah, bridges
up.
are kind of non-existent nowadays in hip hop.
Right. Yeah. So.
Because the song is only 2 minutes long, So
yeah, it's not like
there's nowhere for a bridge to happen anyway.
Right. Yeah. You have Range Brothers has 3 beats and
top of the morning.
right.
It's so good.
One of the best memes of last year.
Yeah, when you guys showed me that and we all listened to it together initially, the Family Ties music video, and we covered it briefly on the podcast as well.
We did.
But his voice, like, I was like, I don't know, and now I love his voice. It's so good.
Nice.
It's just
He's very animated.
like it's specific, maybe unique, I guess is the word. Like where it's like you can tell it's him, and it's cool like that. So
yeah.
And that that photo of him and Kendrick with everyone else's like eyes crossed out, that family photo is hard as fuck.
Yeah,
Benny the Butcher formula.
Realize that, but that also harkens back to Good Kid, Mad City, kind of. When you think about it.
His original.
True.
Because I have the van.
Right. Yeah, that's like the more popular cover. But
Damn.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the original Good Kid, Mad City cover.
Yeah, I learned to like it, but.
Yeah, I've always listened to the deluxe on Spotify that has the van on it. Yeah,
the Mama van. Yeah,
classic. Yeah,
very classic. As we discovered as I was
trying to
remember podcast albums I listened to this year, looking at friggin' Billboard 200, and Good Kid, Mad City is still at number 30. So it's insane. As we said, as it should be. So
it's timeless.
Yeah,
it's really high. Yeah, man.
All right, Cameron, give us your number 8, baby boy.
Number 8 for your boy has already been said, and I won't expand upon it too much because you already said it pretty perfectly, David, is Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I just second basically everything you said, except you didn't mention Oxytocin, which is one of my favorite songs on there. The atmosphere of that song is excellent.
My future.
But my future.
I said my future.
110%. He said my future. I'm also saying my future. My future is my favorite track on there.
I was like, bruh.
And also Happier Than Ever. But yeah, it's just, she once again, unique, gorgeous voice. Just like you either have to be in a mood or you can get put into a mood for listening to that album. It just I don't know. I don't listen to it a ton because of the how it is stylistically. But when you're in that kind of like, not so high energy but atmospheric kind of stuff, it's great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's number 8.
Totally.
I'm gonna take David's probably number 6. I can't remember what it is, but I think this is the only one that we share.
Spoil it.
And this is Conway the Machine, La Máquina.
Yes. Okay.
Conway the Milgram.
Not the only one,
man.
but yeah.
Yeah, shout out. We actually covered this on the podcast last year.
Yeah, you guys talked about it.
So like,
You and
Yeah, we
you
did.
and
At
David
length.
had listened to it, and so you talked about it a little bit in that same variety episode.
I'm still unaware of where I put it next to From King to a God. I think that's probably the better album conceptually and just runtime in general. It's got a lot more variety than this. However, like the off season, this is basically his off season where it's just
Right.
11 bangers, like just back to back to back to, like there's no break at all. There's only one weak joint on here. It's Had to Hustle for me. I like cannot stand that song and I just skip it. But other than that, it's got like he starts off the album with I'm the GOAT. I'm the grimiest of all time. Like
Yeah.
what?
I know.
Like you can't hate on that.
That's hard.
Yeah, no, Griselda is insanity. They're still putting out quality. I'm just patiently waiting for another Conway project. Benny is up too. They just constantly put out music. Shout out to him and West Side Gun as well, and all their artists too, including Boldy James, who's also a part of the Griselda clique.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Conway the Machine. Album's hard as fuck.
What a great album. I just liked it more and more as I listened. I mean, what
And
did it come out in?
It's got to be like the best cover art that I've seen last year too.
Okay, I like it. Did it come out in what, February?
April.
Oh, okay, a little later, but still,
Yeah,
I've been
it was like
listening
April
to it
20th or something.
consistently all year. It's been in heavy rotation, like all
Yeah.
year for me. So
Yep. Fantastic album.
solid, like rock solid all the way through, pretty much, like you said. I
Yeah,
even
man.
like Had to Hustle, so
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you have no skips on it, so.
yeah. Yes.
This is actually
Shout out
coming,
Scatterbrain.
this,
Hey.
this is actually coming at such a perfect time because I'm getting so bored of my music. I've just been spinning my top songs of 2021, and as we were talking about earlier, Trev, you made that no skips playlist. What's it called officially?
The no skip act of 2021.
Of 2021, yeah.
Which
so
is filled with like 3,300 tracks.
nuts, absolutely
You're
nutty.
just, yeah, it's ridiculous.
You're a below average music listener. Let's be honest.
I am. I
so-
need to do better.
So yeah, that's La Machina is gonna go right in that list of stuff I can expose myself to and actually get a fresh take on music.
This
From
is your
King to a
time.
God, La Machina, Burden of Proof, Trifecta. You're golden.
Dope.
Get into Griselda and get into The Alchemist. You'll be
The Alchemist and Griselda go hand in hand, so you're
Yeah.
gonna run into them.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're there. Oof.
I got a good year ahead of
You're
me.
in for a treat. Nice.
You're in for it. Yeah, Griselda's crazy.
Dope.
All right, Alex, number 4 and 3.
4 and
Yes,
3.
sir.
Number 4. It's the Whoopty remix, baby. It came
Oh
out
my
this year, so it
god!
counts. It's not
Did
just any
Whoopty come
remix.
out like 2020?
It's the remix came out
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
That's why it counts. It's not just
That's
any
why it
remix,
counts.
It's the Latin remix, and let me tell you, it's featuring Osuna and Anuel.
There you
I
go.
don't know why that duo decided to go ham this year, but they did. And the beat, it's just hard. But with
Whoopty.
their verses and their flow on that beat, it's a crazy track. It goes nuts, CJ.
I like the original joint, so.
CJ's verse is condensed, thank God. So he just talks about blue cheese, which I'm down with blue cheese.
Dang.
Blue cheese. No, I'm addicted to blue cheese.
Blue cheese, I love some blue cheese. Yeah, that's a hard remix for sure.
Okay.
Number 3 is called PFA by Mike Towers. Which
You know what it stands for?
PFA?
Yeah.
I know, I don't know what it actually stands for. It's like
Pretty fucking ass.
no,
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out.
it's like please find attached or something weird like that. But I don't know if that's what he's using it because he just calls it the
Who
song.
snorted?
But he
Was
never.
it you can't?
I don't think so. I was also thinking of some acronym that started with pretty fucking something, but I was gonna say something not insulting. I guess I don't know.
Nah.
Oh well.
It's like he never actually says it on the song, so I don't know what it means, but in what context he's using it. But it's just a hard track, and we'll get to Mr. Mike Towers later. But
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sheesh.
Foreshadowing.
Got 2 towers on the list like the Lord of the Rings.
Hey.
Oh my god, man. That's a bar and a half, dog. You're still the
you.
white. You're still white thought. You still got it.
White thought.
You still got it.
That's LP. But thank you.
That man
I'll
is
take
white
it.
thought. Oh goodness.
I will definitely take it.
You look like LP.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I see it.
No, and you are because you make beats too. You're LP.
Yeah. If I
He's
could follow
DP.
his career
He's double
trajectory,
penetration.
I'd be happy. Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, man.
I'll
All right, number,
give you
number
my
7.
Number 7, yeah. Another artist I got into just this year, pretty much my first material ever hearing from him. Pray for Haiti by Makami. Don't forget the hype.
Another Griselda member.
Yeah, is he like signed to them now officially? Is that
I
what
have
it
no
is?
clue.
'Cause
I don't know.
he's
I know
like-
he's part of their clique.
He had beef with them, and then he reconciled the beef, and then West Side Gun executive produced this album. He's on it like 3 times.
Conductor.
Conductor. Oh my god, so much Conductor
Dude,
on this album.
Yeah, for sure. That's the producer, right?
Yeah, that's one of the. Yeah, he's like.
That's one of their
They-
mainstays.
I think so. Yeah, his tags are like piled up on the album at one point, like they're back to back. It's hilarious.
It's such a great tag, though. It's like
Conductor. We have a problem.
fam,
too.
like
Yeah.
just the way
So-
it says conductor. Oh,
Yeah.
it just sticks in your head. Like the first time you hear it, you'll never unhear it.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, this dude is like, I don't know. He's, I guess, a little off the beaten path. He's been doing it for a while, and he like usually doesn't, or up to this point, he didn't put his albums on the internet for the most part. He like would sell them, and sometimes at really high prices to sort of, which comes with a little bit of controversy.
the-
Like, hey, you
the
shouldn't
Nipsey
be
way.
like that's way too high. But
The Nipsey way.
right, but then his like way was like sort of treating hip hop as fine art, and that's cool too. I mean, he had a dedicated fan base, and he still does, who like followed him and bought his albums. And now I think he's getting more attention, of course, because he's on the internet, and he still, I don't think, has ever shown his face on the internet. He like wears a mask, which is oftentimes, I think, the Haitian flag wrapped around his face. And I think he donated. He's Haitian American. He donated some of the proceeds of this album to Haiti like relief funds, which is very cool.
That's awesome. I can almost
yeah.
guarantee he did because he was on that 3-track album or EP from K Tronada, and the last track on there is called "Pay for Haiti," and it's literally a Cash App name.
Oh,
Dang.
there you go. That's cool.
Yeah. So,
I'd be interested to hear him teaming up with K Tronada. Okay.
yeah. K Tronada is
Nice.
incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nice shoot.
Makami has a super dope flow. You can tell he's just an experienced rapper. Like, he just kind of floats over every beat, and all the beats are sometimes lo-fi. They're really enjoyable. He said, "I'll put this biscuit to your tea like it's England." Great line.
True.
Rappers love to talk braggadocious. Put this 38 in your mouth. Spit your magnum opus or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that bar. I remember that
God
one.
damn.
Nuts.
That one was ridiculous.
Yeah. Makami is an icon, end quote. I'll just leave you with that. Check it out, people. It's really good. It surprised me. It's really good.
I still got to go back to it. It's on my list.
This man is dope. Yeah.
Sweet. I'm glad it got love.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Cameron. Number 7, bitch.
Number 7 for me. Yet another podcast album. I might just stop saying that because it's 8/10.
Yeah, why not?
It's 8/10
Yeah.
of my list. So,
80%.
but anyway,
Shooting 80% for the field.
anyway, you'll like this one, Trev, because it is "Scaled and Icy" by 21 Pilots.
Hey.
The man Trevor. I don't know if it's on your list. If you want to tell your Mulberry Street story,
No idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I'm not gonna talk about
Cool. Yeah. So, Saturdays, so great. Just gets you in the mood for the weekend. Honestly, it's like such
Literally.
it's a radio song like that I would love hearing over and over again. Like,
Which you took seriously because you painted your phone.
what?
Okay.
That was a horrible joke.
Yeah, way over my
But on
head.
Saturday, we paint the town red.
Okay. All right.
Your phone is
Yeah.
red.
Yes, it is. It comes that way. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Move
keep it
on.
going.
Keep it moving.
Shy Away was one that grew on me a lot. Which is actually
That's
weird.
Rocio's favorite.
It's almost weird to say because I think it's the most played, one of the most played on the.
It's the
on
first
album.
single, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then obviously have to include Mulberry Street. Get out of our way. We're moving sideways.
Yeah.
It's just yeah. Trevor has an excellent story that you can catch on another podcast, or maybe he'll
Mulberry
say it
Street
later
Dreams.
about being on Mulberry Street and listening to Mulberry Street. It's dope. So literally a main character movie moment you had. So it's crazy. So yeah. I'll leave it at that. Basically everything on that out. There's only a couple skips. It's nice. It's vibey. It's just happy mostly. I just love 21 Pilots, which is hilarious. I'm about to say something like hilarious, is that I love 21 Pilots sound, which is, when we covered that album, something that you told me is like that it's a complete departure from how they normally sound. But I just love the general feel and sound of that album. And then they do also get like serious and contemplative. I believe it's the last track on there. Redecorate, yeah, which is like intense and super emotional, and just like handles like very, very like intense subject matter.
3 different stories.
Yeah, about death and life of people surrounding death. So yeah, it's a good album. So number 7.
Love the pick.
Love that. Yeah.
All right. Number 7 for me is already been said. It is Certified Lover Boy by your boy Aubrey Drake Graham.
There it is.
Yeah, no, this one grew on me. Took me a while. I listened to it with David for the first time. We were playing Civ. Yeah, that was so much fun. We sat there waiting. Midnight came and Spotify crashed.
Yeah.
And then we were waiting for a while.
It was supposed to come out
I looked
2.
on his Instagram and it was like, oh, it's coming out at 2 fucking a.m.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 1:15, so we're just playing Civ, we're just, completely vibing. And then like 1:50 rolls around and I checked Spotify just because I wanted to check Spotify. And it was there. And it was like 1:50. It wasn't even 2 a.m. I was so pissed.
Yep.
But we started it instantly. He kept the album art, which what can you do, man? I don't hate it anymore, but I really wish it had like one of the images that I saw where it was like him with like a rose in his mouth, and it was like a painting almost. Like that would have been the hardest shit ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what can you do?
He
it's
went
got
with the
12
meme.
pregnant emojis.
Yep.
It's a complete meme, and it's pathetic. But the album itself, underneath it all, is solid. I can't really hate on it too much. There's only a few joints on here that I don't like. Girls Want Girls being one of them, and TSU being the other. I pretty much dig every Knife Talk. I don't like Knife Talk either, which ironically is huge. That song is huge.
Yeah.
I do not like it. It doesn't hit nearly as hard as I thought it would, and the hook is abysmal.
Fucking Girls Want Girls. I saw randomly a Fantano.
I like that song too. It's just that bar.
Yeah,
it's just
Fantano
it completely ruins it.
I saw a clip of Fantano reacting to it, and it says, "Girl, you a lesbian?
Yeah,
me too."
No.
And he just stops it and goes, "No."
That's it. That's exactly. I even said this when we reviewed it, David. That I read the track title. And I'm like, all right, they're gonna fetishize women liking women.
Yeah,
and that was it. That was the bar, and I was like,
God. I mean, that's the entire song. You absolutely.
Yeah, and then Baby comes in, and I love Lil Baby. Like, I love my girl has a girlfriend too. Like, come on, man, shut up. Just stop.
He's on a run. Not one of his better verses in recent years, though. Not at all. But
trash. But I like the album a lot. I like that he's continuing the location. 7 a.m. on Brittle Path, like Cameron was saying, is super hard.
Yes.
In Too Deep is a sleeper on there. But yeah, no, I like the album, man. Love it or hate it. I'm still enamored by Drake, so favorite artist.
Got to.
What can you do?
Got to.
Nice. Awesome.
All right, baby. 2-1. 2-1.
Oh, we're down to
Is it 2-1 or 4-3?
That's right.
No, 2-1.
No, it's 2-1.
Yep.
Okay.
It's 2-1.
Oh yeah, because then we'll be doing 6, and then you'll join us for 5. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, La Funka by Ozuna. It's a single.
Is that a word that I know, or does that just literally mean the funk?
Yeah, pretty much.
It just dope. Nice.
Yeah, it's a crazy track. The way it vibes, it's a love song. He's just singing. He just got the Osuna always has like the vocal range, almost like the melody, like in terms of melody, harmony. Not necessarily a range where it's like up and down, high and low, but
It would be melody. Yeah.
the harmony. He's got the harmony, and
Mm.
that with this beat is super, almost like tropical. I don't know. It's tropical, but it's not. I feel like I'm playing soccer. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
It's
FIFA.
weird.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Alex's track.
I remember I was playing Rocket League.
True. It's kind of
last
like that. It
last
reminded me
year,
of that.
and I was listening to Osuna, and I was playing Rocket League. So.
There you go.
There you
Car
go.
soccer.
All right,
Yeah.
number one.
Numero uno.
If you're on my Instagram, you already know what it is.
I knew it. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
sir.
the Odd Taxi theme song.
Dang.
This
Yes.
track is stupid. Let me tell you, it's crazy.
Did it come out last year?
It came out. Yeah, it came out last year.
2021.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
I remember you.
Let
I
me
remember
tell
you hitting the chat with it immediately. You were like, "Yeah, Odd Taxi takes home mad W's for that intro alone."
Mm-hmm.
the intro. I don't know how to describe it, David. Help me out. It's almost like a lo-fi esque.
It is.
Yeah, lo-fi,
Style.
jazzy, nice vibe.
It's so
great
crazy.
intro. Yeah.
It's crazy. The harmonies. Oh my god, it's top track of the year for me.
Sweet.
Love
And
that pick.
keep it going. I got to take this phone call. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
You do it, baby.
Okay. Number 6. Let's see. What is it? Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude. You have your list.
All of that.
You're the one with your top 10 list, bro. I don't know what your 6 is.
Do you want me to like double check?
This is how if I didn't have the list in front of me, I could just remember it. But since I have it on my
Facts.
phone, I
No,
have to
that's
look
facts.
for it.
I'm literally going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're like this, but okay. Bo Jackson by
Oh,
Boldy James.
son of a bitch! I had a Drake shirt. God. All right, sorry,
Oh.
David. This is
Go
when
for
I
it.
went to see Scorpion. This is when I
Man.
first met Cameron ever. This is the first
Oh,
time I
hell
ever
yeah.
met Cameron.
Nice. I love
Yeah,
that.
I drove down to see him in Miami, November 8th of 2018, which was awesome. Awesome
Yes, sir.
experience.
It's dope.
Mm.
We
Love you, Cameron.
we hung out in the dorm and listened.
We
to,
did. I met
think that was-
Sydney. Yeah,
I think
we
that was
played.
maybe the first time I gave what was it, the Kanye album, Graduate or College
Yeah,
Dropout.
maybe.
I think that was the first time they gave it a full listen. And
Yeah, and then you started playing it like when we were over there.
yeah, we were
I played
playing
You
it.
Saved Me.
Yeah. No, it was great. We just hung out and played video games. I think you beat the shit out
I
of Sydney
1v1'd you on MW2 Rust.
on MW2. Yep. So
Sorry,
Yeah.
David. We just completely
That's okay.
trained you.
That's why we do a podcast,
Yep.
man.
Absolutely. My bad.
No formula to this, really.
Oh, shizzle.
All right, so
I don't
Bo
have any more
Jackson-
shirts until 3, so.
Oh well, those were nice.
All right, my bad.
Bo Jackson by Boldy James. You're good,
Ooh.
Alex. He was in a very similar place. Well, if I had done the list a little later, he would have been in almost the same place last year with Price T in China. Dang, I mean, 2 albums, 2 years in a row. Huge fan already. I don't know, like he just has a way with words where he sounds super smooth. Sometimes like he's not even trying, but you know
Deadpan.
he is because
His delivery is deadpan.
yeah, but he'll like have a deadpan delivery, but then a nice flow, nice lines that kind of like hit you if you really think about them. Like, not afraid to talk about the grittiest street stuff, but also in a real way. I mean, he's really like what I think of with like, you know, the genre of gangster rap where you can have a song that talks about the highs and lows and everything in between, like all in one song. He just sort of lays it out for you. And him teaming up with The Alchemist is match made in heaven. They've been making stuff for years now, I think, together. So
They made another joint, Super Tecmo Bow.
yeah, he has more I need to listen to because he
Yeah.
has a couple other albums in the past 2 years.
Griselda
Yeah.
just never stops.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
They never want to go back to the trap, and I don't blame them at all.
there you go. It's yeah, I don't know, not too much to say. Just like if you like gritty rap,
Grimy shit. Yeah.
yeah, gangster rap in any way, this and Price and T in China, they're basically equal for me, and you will enjoy them if that's the genre you enjoy, pretty much. Yes, sir.
Price
Great
of Tea in
features.
China, yeah, is absolutely a classic.
I love that as an album name so much, and I don't even really
Same,
know
me
why. The Price
I
of
know,
Tea in
me
China.
too.
For some reason, that's just like so hard. I don't even know
Yeah,
why.
no, absolutely, 1000 agree.
My
So
favorite
good.
title of last year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
sir.
I like the pick.
So it's me then.
Number 5. Number 6.
Number six. We can count backwards from 10.
can
Hell
count.
yeah.
4 times.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Number 6 from your boy is gonna be "Planet Her" by Doja Cat.
Oh my.
Oh, didn't see this coming. Okay.
Mine.
Yeah,
Let me be your woman.
Woman's
Woman,
excellent.
woman.
So many hits this year. Yeah.
Definitely an influence from Madeline there. Shout out to you if you're listening. She her top song of the year was my favorite one on this, which is "Kiss Me More." It's just and with SZA on it. Yep. "Need to Know" is also great. That may or may not be on a playlist that we listen to at certain times. And then "You Right" as well, which I won't share that. That's fine. It was gonna be a bit of a personal thing.
Does she listen to this?
I'm gonna send it to her, so we'll see.
Okay.
But,
Shout out to you, Madeline.
But yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I guess she hasn't like really met or interacted with you guys at all yet. So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
I texted her because you made me so.
Yeah. Happy birthday. I didn't make you do anything. I just said
You made me.
Well, okay. I asked you
I'm
to.
joking. Madeline, she didn't.
Bro,
Sorry.
homie is wheezing.
Yeah, that's my bad, G.
You good? All right.
Nah,
So-
and you're wearing the shirt.
I am.
World we
I am.
created.
This is
Oh.
yes. I'm wearing the
This
sweatshirt
is her work.
that
Her life's work.
I will show her life's work. She
It
did.
would have been my life's work if I made that shit.
True. Yeah. No.
Facts, yeah.
She did say she put a fair amount of effort into it, and I definitely
Yeah.
believe her because it's super nice. She got this this nice, lovely purple sweatshirt, and we'll see if the camera can see it. But
Yeah.
World we created. Where's
Ooh,
the super
barely
glue? Did
kind
you get
of-
it out?
I haven't even told her about that yet. But yeah, it was
well.
on the it's on the pocket, and it's kind of just like a little white like dust. Now
Matt, you're gonna have to make another one.
I did my I guess. No, I'm gonna try to go with it. With the acetone worked pretty well. But anyway, yeah. Quick story. I super glued my fucking glasses and thought they were dry, and so I cleaned off the lens with the sweatshirt pocket and got a little bit of super glue on the freaking pocket, and I literally instantly lost my mind. I was like, no, fuck. Like I just like
You were on the phone with me
because
when it happened.
I treasure this thing. I've probably worn this like 90% of the days since she gave it to me for Christmas. So yeah, it's
The
I
royal
too super glued my glasses.
I love it. It's yeah. I mean, you're
That shit's
missing them right
fluff.
now, but yeah. I'd had these taped forever, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just super gluing it now. So I guess
Frickin'
whatever.
man.
It's because I don't have
It's
the
just-
flex,
it's just a little mark.
Flex seal.
Super glue is just a little mark. You don't really see it if you don't look for it, so that's nice. But yes, anyway, world we created, hand embroidered into the chest, nice and centered, nice and perfect font. I love it to death.
We haven't talked about
it's,
the album at all.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
it's fine. It's
Planet
Planet Her, Doja Cat. It's just I don't know. Gets in your head, kind of the same thing that you were saying about Montero and what was your number 9, David?
Happier than ever.
Happier than okay, so pop, but yeah, it just I was trying to remember what Trevor was roasting you for liking pop or whatever.
Yeah, Bob.
'Cause,
It was a joke.
yeah, it's a long running joke of David being the pop hater and finally coming around to it. But yeah,
Facts.
yes, I don't know. It just gets stuck in your head. It's a lot of radio tunes, a lot of stuff that can't be played on the radio. She just makes excellent music, like talking about sex from the female perspective. I think is and owning your sexuality as a woman.
Naked.
It's yeah. I mean, it's just because there's so much shame thrown at women who own their sexuality, and she just owns it so well, and yeah, it's amazing.
Too bad she lied about showing her boobs real hard.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Bro, she
never forget.
she played so many men so long.
Never forget.
There was literally like people were sending her videos of like, for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, what song was it that she said?
I know the song.
It
I
was
have
like-
them in my head. I don't know what it's
It was
called.
like 2 years ago. Say so.
Say so.
Say so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only
it
one
is
that
Say
I
So,
remember.
yeah. And so she was like, y'all get that to number 1 or get it to however many plays, I'll like show my boobs to everyone. And there were literally people were sending her videos of them like having 18 laptops open, like running the song over and over again. And like literally, like not even a joke, like actually like just her army of simps just like running that song up the fucking Billboard charts. And so she made so much fucking money just off of saying that she was going to show her
Not
boobs.
for the streams, but
But yeah.
That's
So
what- we'll see. Maybe one day.
So yes, Doja Cat has a grip on America and the world right now, and I'm here for it. So
Social media too. She's
social
funny
media
on,
for sure. Yeah.
on TikTok. TikTok?
Yes.
Oh my
TikTok.
god.
wow, brother,
I am 80 years
Fucking
old.
now.
boomer.
too old.
Ah, dude. She's funny. She's hilarious. Jesus.
So
Kiss Me More, I was gonna say. I've heard like 20 million times.
Yeah.
It was one of the most popular sounds on TikTok last year. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It was guaranteed to be on whatever pop radio station when you turn your car on. So yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yuck.
yeah.
Radio.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Y'all still listen to that?
I'm so glad I have an aux cable now. It's great.
Yeah. That's the life.
Ox. Pass the Bluetooth.
Dang, why you-
Yeah, no, sorry. The 08 Accord don't have Bluetooth. So
I was just there. Yeah.
I was there for 5 years.
Yep.
yeah, so there you go.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
Thank
I
you,
like it.
Madeline, for bringing Planet Her more into my life than it would have been.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Sweet. I'll stick with the pop. I'm gonna go with S.G. Lewis, and the album's called Times, which is basically house music, and it is incredible. It is like the most incredible vibe. It's like you throw it on like in the background of a frat party. You got vibes, man. It's just I don't know, man.
Oh,
I don't really know how to describe
frat
it.
Trevor.
It came-
Oh,
Yeah.
sending a shiver down my spine. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This came out
The
in
new
the middle
age.
of the this came out in the middle of the pandemic, and it's kind of weird to listen to now because there's so many tracks that are just talking about like being on the dance floor or like club culture in general. There's like at least 2 or 3 tracks on here that directly reference being in the club and talking to a woman, and it's kind of weird right now because the pandemic is raging as hard as it's ever been, and there seems to be, at least in Florida, there's a lot of people still going out to clubs like it don't matter.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I went to the club a couple months ago. I'm still, not a couple months ago, but either way,
Yeah.
just stay safe. But the album it's a weird time capsule where we are right now, weirdly cold times. So
Mhm.
I like it. It's great.
Nice.
What was it again? Can
Yeah.
you repeat it?
It's S.G. Lewis, Times. And a fun fact for you, Cameron, you know this man because he produced, before G-Eazy did it, back in like 2015, he produced, God, what's that fucking song called? I love that song.
Is it a
This might be
Jeezy
the
song?
realest shit I ever wrote. Love's a challenge, but this ain't got to be difficult. It's No Less. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that song.
That's him.
Yeah.
He made that beat,
Well, settle for
which is
no
like one of the
less.
best G-Eazy songs ever, and it's not even his song. So.
It's great.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Also, I realized when I looked at I was looking at Future Nostalgia for some reason, and the track list Hallucinate, which is like my second favorite joint on there, was produced by S.G. Lewis.
Ooh.
Dang, then I gotta
So
hop on
he's
this
like a singer
album
as well.
immediately.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
Cool.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Looking forward to it then.
Yeah, get it. All right, baby, give us your number 5. Give us one of your albums.
Alex's albums. Let's go.
Sheesh, it's that time already.
This is so delayed.
Unmuting the mic.
Is that time already?
Mad delayed. Number 5,
Number 5.
3 words. King's Disease 2.
Oh,
You already
okay.
know. You already know. Overall, very smooth. Dope to listen to.
Bro, Do y'all know that?
Come through?
Do y'all know that video that's Moist Critical? It's fucking Charlie, and he goes like, "Whoa!" and it like fades out into like, into that's exactly how that sounded. it picked it up and then just like faded into nothingness like immediately.
And Moist meter was just off the charts.
Moist meter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, none of that. I don't know if I had to pick a top track on this album. There's so many great tracks.
It's very difficult.
Nobody with Lauryn Hill though. Lauryn Hill kills it.
That's a pretty.
She does.
I love Lauryn Hill, and oh my god, I don't know, for it to come out on it's a modern album because it's 2021, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a very old school vibe, but her voice just always has such a maturity.
You and I listened to it together, right, on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, and in the car.
We were playing that one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, very smooth. I mean, if you haven't listened to it, you got to listen to it. Nas, King's Disease too. It speaks for itself, quite literally.
I agree. Yeah. Awesome.
Would you consider yourself a big Nas fan? You like his discography?
Yeah, I love Nas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like that was like when I was first like I don't think we dedicated a whole album or a whole podcast episode to Illmatic, but we definitely talked about it.
We talked about it. It was back when we did
it's a classic. It's
that's
classic.
I have to
we
revisit
did King's
it.
Disease and Illmatic in the same.
I have to revisit it because it was like my like introduction. It was a weird way where you were talking about earlier, Trevor, about like having a good entry point to J. Cole. Like it was like, oh, Illmatic is like classic hip hop. It's like the best thing ever. Like whatever. And I listened to it and I was like, I wasn't, my ability, my like music listening ability, and my like at the time was not up to par to be able to actually like absorb that. So I gotta definitely return to it because y'all, I know.
still think that's the best. Not the best. I still think that's the best entry point for a person that has never heard Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I get that.
You guys talk about Nas a lot. I know you like King Disease 2
He's
obviously
a goat.
lot, Alex.
He's a goat.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm told.
Absolutely.
So I gotta revisit, and I'll listen to King's Disease 2 as well.
Nice.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I like to pick.
My turn.
Yeah. Number 5.
No fanfare, just trying to get into it. Oh, my number 5. It's been talked about previously. La Machina by Conway the Machine.
Yeah.
Favorite tracks, because I have forgotten to do that for like the past 2 albums.
Same.
Oh,
favorite
damn.
tracks. Scatterbrain, banger, hat and a half, 2.5 bangers. Frickin' Jesus God. And Southeast Gang gives me a feeling I cannot describe. I don't know. It's so good.
That's how you know my Draco work. Like,
bruh. Like, oh my God. Freaking Punk's won't get another run till Griselda
finish. Yeah, man.
That's so...
They call me Mr. Change Your Verse. Like, what?
So true.
Get
Oh
out
my
of here.
God. Yeah.
No respect.
Yeah, incredibly solid album. Already sort of talked about it with Trevor. It gave me, like, when I listened to it for the first time, I don't know why, it reminded me of Eminem back when I was a super fan of him, because I just felt like he's just, like, not that it sounds like Eminem. I know that sounds
You talking
weird.
about SE Gang?
No, just the whole album. It doesn't sound like something Eminem would do, but, like, when I was a huge fan of Eminem, I got this feeling that, like, any time he rapped, I was excited to hear what he was going to say, and, like, he could just do whatever type of track, and I would like it, and I just started to feel that way with this album, like, just becoming an even bigger fan of Conway.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
I text you at least once a week, if not more, about how much I'm still loving every line that I'm catching from him.
Yeah.
Like there's another one like on God, what's the album called? If it bleeds, it'll kill or something.
Oh,
if it bleeds, it can be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's like, I'm gonna shoot up your wake. Y'all can't even die safe. Like,
yeah, I know.
Dude, like, are you kidding? Like, this man is just
one of the hardest lines of last year.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Between him and that magnum opus line.
Right. Yep. Incredible album. Just nothing too deep about it. Go listen to it.
KD?
Yes, sir.
All right. So number 5 for me then is
number 5
going to be Fallen Embers by Elenium. Fun fact, came out of my birthday. There it is. Is that Fallen Embers, or is it just?
Yeah.
There you go. Trevor showing it off. Click into YouTube if you want to see Trevor's Millennium jersey. It's
Back when I
nice
saw
and
him
bright.
for that tour, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
you look
probably
like
my
a
most prized piece of merch that I own.
you look like a Pokemon Fire gym trainer. It's great.
What's his God, Alex, what's
That's
his name?
that Team Valor.
Team Valor. Yeah, there you go.
I can't remember his name. He was like the 5th gym or something. Yeah. Back in
Yeah.
Kanto.
Sideways, I think, is my number one on there. I love listening to that, just being in my current very happy relationship, and it's all about, like, no matter what, no matter how shitty the world gets, like, I'll be sideways right here with, like, if the world goes sideways, I'll be sideways right here with you. And I love that sentiment, because it's not like, it's like, I'm in it with you no matter what, as opposed to like, oh, I'm gonna fix it for you, I'm gonna make it whatever, like, or like, you'll be okay. It's like we're in this together, like we're going through life together, and I love that. Same thing with Nightlight, the idea of like,
You'll be my nightlight.
yeah, you disrespect that song, I think. I don't know why. Even though you love Paint
Just
Burn
like
Theme.
those two have better songs together, like with sad songs and like Crawl Out of Love. Like they have like legit classic songs together, so it's a very high standard that I put them
Cool.
against.
That's good. I will, I guess, dip into that as well. But yeah, and then no, I'll leave it at 2. 3 would be Hearts on Fire, I think.
Hearts on Fire,
which I know Trevor
Absolutely.
loves. I know Trevor won't disrespect me for that call. So
This
but-
that song is incredible.
yeah, Millennium's got that very. I keep on using the term atmospheric, but it's just like it feels, I don't know, like above you and around you at all times, like the way the instruments carry, and it's like,
It's emo EDM.
electronic. Yeah, I guess. So it's you really feel the music as you're listening to it, which I like a lot. So
Yeah, no, he's an immaculate producer.
yeah. Yep. Fallen Embers Millennium came out on my birthday.
I like it. I like the
Nice.
pick. July 16th. Ooh, we like it.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. All right, my number 5 is the first metal album on here, which is Spirit Box. It's called Eternal Blue. And I have been on record, I love metal. Grew up with, hard rock with my father, and even my mom still loves, she doesn't really like the harder shit, but she puts up with it sometimes. But as time passed, I have definitely been listening to a lot more R&B and rap, and I've been very disconnected with metal as of late. I still, there's a shit ton of stuff that I can like fall back on, but in terms of like new stuff, it goes right through me, and it doesn't really catch my ear. But the first time I ever heard this, I was like, wow, this is gonna stick with me. And they're huge, like right now, like they've got almost 700,000 listeners on Spotify, which is like unheard of for like a lot of bands that are coming out. It's a female-led, I guess you would call it metalcore. I think they're on Rise Records. I can't remember. It's either that or Fearless, but I'm just rambling.
You're good, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I just wanted to shine light on this album so much because it cut through the noise for me, and they're like huge right now. I was just going on. I went on Reddit one time, and that's how I found them, because I've just been more listening into rap and stuff lately, and I don't know. But yeah, female led. She was the previous vocalist for a band called I Wrestled a Bear Once, which
I've heard of that. Yeah.
yeah, they're insane. Very technical, progressive deathcore, like just noise, almost damn near. It's like it's even hard for me to listen to it sometimes, but I do like Hail Mary, which was the only album that she did with them, and this is a complete stark contrast to that, where it's got very moody. It's like a damn near a like a love cycle album where she just documents her life with whoever she's referring to. But yeah, check it out. Spirit
Nice.
Box,
Dope.
Eternal Blue.
That's a great summary. Yeah.
Was I Wrestled a Bear Once? Is that the name of a band?
Yeah, it's the name of the band, and
That's
it's
so
spelled
funny.
with no spaces. Yeah, it's like it was one of those bands that was like, come click on me.
Yeah,
like come listen to
Yeah.
me. We're doing weird shit over here.
yeah, that's mad funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never recommend you listen to them.
I'd probably not.
Don't
no,
ever touch them.
That's just mad funny. I love
No.
band names like that, and like I said, album titles. It's just so out of
Yeah, if you listen to them,
so
you
out of
know.
nowhere. I
Yeah.
wrestled a bear once.
Number 4.
Number
Mr.
4.
Yeah,
Four.
Mr. Boy.
Oh
Alex.
shit! CLB baby.
Dang.
In my notes, I wrote the little eating Pac-Man sign. Dandanda, greater than Donda, because it is.
It is the better album.
Hard tracks, No friends in the industry. Boppy's home.
Oh yeah,
You know.
man.
I mean, Drake just comes. They came out the same week. Drake had the better release. And it's a release that I just went back to.
Nice.
Same,
So
same,
many
man.
times. I played some tracks because I was feeling it. I was feeling myself. Pause. But
The funny thing is, you didn't know that he had a kid prior to this album, right?
no,
All right.
but I mean,
I wasn't
I'm
hiding
not
my
in
kid
home
from the
person
world. I was
enough.
hiding the world from my kid.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
from empty souls who just look for the hate.
Wake up
enjoy
and
it
look to
nonetheless.
debate.
Yeah, until you staring at your seat, you could never relate.
Sorry, Alex.
no, you're good. CLB's hard.
Fact,
Sorry.
I agree.
Certified.
Dang. Dope.
Certified
Uh,
hard.
Certified hard boy. Yeah.
Certified
That'll work
bricked
as a
up.
title.
Certified hard
Certified
boy.
brick.
Bro, that sounds illegal.
Wow, man. If that ain't the fucking title of this episode.
Jesus.
Why not, dude?
Certified hard
Certified
boy.
bricked up.
Jesus.
Oh my
man.
god.
Jesus.
Goodness.
All right.
Okay. I will transition, I guess.
As we continue to take years off David's life.
Yeah, and myself.
Speaking of things that had me bricked up, I'll do
I like that.
Arm & Hammer and the Alchemist's Aram is my number 4. Early release of this year. The album art is some of the worst. Well, it has an artistic purpose and everything, so that's fine. But just like for general audiences, like showing it to someone, like just be warned, it's 2 cut off pigs' heads just there in front of you.
Yeah.
So
Freaked well.
Fun.
there's that. But they're not trying to appeal to a mainstream audience, and that's very clear when you listen to it. Pretty experimental stuff. Alchemist definitely went into their wheelhouse and they created something great together. Very like sort of heady kind of coded lyrics, and like I swear like a good, I don't know, 1/3 of the verses I still have no idea what they're talking about. But
Yeah. You'll have that.
the ones that I do know hit very hard. They have a way of talking about serious stuff, with it making it just really hard hitting and making you think at the same time. I already mentioned Falling Out of the Sky is my favorite track of the year. It's a great chilled out departure from the rest of the album, but other really hard hitting ones are Wishing Bad. If you listen to that first verse, Billy Woods' deconstruction of the prison industrial complex is just like one of my favorite verses of the year. It's amazing. And then Scaffolds, great, and Indian Summer is also great. Great verses for me. So check it out. It might not. I mean, there was multiple listens where I couldn't even enjoy it because I was just trying to figure out what they were saying. So it might take you a few. It's one of the hardest albums, honestly, I've ever had to try to understand. And it is somewhat experimental with its production too. So just be ready for that. But if you are into that kind of thing, I think it'll be very rewarding for you. There you go.
I like it.
out. Yeah.
Cool.
Was that your left field pick?
Left field.
Yeah, because like I remember we were talking and you were like, "Oh, I usually try to have at least like one left field pick in there."
Oh, well, I like to have one that people won't, like you won't expect usually because you know my taste. But no, I just sort of went with.
I know your body.
What?
I'm confused. Oh well.
Anyway,
Never mind. It just whenever you're on.
yeah, I just went with whatever I liked the most, and
Trevor
Okay.
just
Yeah.
wants to taste David. That's all I got out of that. He's not saying no.
On to the next.
For the next.
The next is gonna be number 4 for me, and it is gonna be An Evening with Silk Sonic by Silk Sonic.
Ooh, good album.
Listen to this.
After last night, I think I made love with you.
Yeah. That's your top one. I like Smoking Out the Window, I think, is my favorite one on there, which is hilarious because I'm very happy in my relationship. I've never once like had a woman run around on me or anything like that. Like, but I love Madeline to death. But like with my full chest, I'm just like, this bitch got me paying her rent, paying for trips, diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist. Fucking,
And here I am.
Bruno hits that shit so hard. It's so good. Like I can't relate at all, but it's just like it's in there. I love it. It's so fucking good. I hope that came through properly, but
Yeah, it did. The benzo, the benzo.
Yeah, dude, Smoking Out such a good fucking song. Same with Skate, I think is my next favorite one. It's just so vibey. Just
At least
slide
one
on
there,
over
too.
here. That's wild to me, honestly. Yeah.
I like 777 a lot too.
And then gotta go with Leave the Door Open as well, which I believe
for sure.
I believe
I
was
always
released
forget that that's on
prior
there,
to
just
the
because
album. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That was released in like March.
Yeah. Trevor and I listened to that together, playing whatever we were playing.
Vanguard.
Late at night on release. Queued that up. It's quick. It goes straight through, and
It's 9 tracks.
You
It's like
just-
31 minutes.
you just love every second of it. So
yeah, it doesn't waste your time.
No, not for a second. So yeah, excellent. It's Bruno and Anderson
Why
Paak.
Is Me is dope too.
Silk Sonic is just such a good fucking name. Just like the sound is silky, bro. Oh man,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
1000% agree. I like the pick.
yeah, can't say anything bad about it. So there you go, number 4.
Sweet. Me? I guess I could say like a couple bad things about the next one. But I love this woman to death. I am seeing her in April. I cannot fucking wait. It is Snow Allegra. Temporary Highs in the Violet Skies is my number 4 pick. It is R&B. It's very smooth. God, I fucking love this. It's 16 joints. There's a couple Tyler the Creator features and beats on here as well. And it's got one of my favorite tracks of the year with Dying for Your Love. It's still in rotation. I think I played it right before we started recording. Indecisive's fantastic. There's a nice beat switch up. There's a couple beat switch ups. And she does this like chipmunk soul in the very beginning of it, where she did it on her last album, Those Feelings Again. She's kind of known for that, I guess. But I cannot wait to see her. She has quickly become one of my favorite artists recently. I love me some R&B right now. So if you're in the mood for some nice Tangerine Dream. Oh yeah. Oh come on. This album's great. Can't say enough good things about this one. She's fantastic.
Dope.
Awesome. What more needs to be said? Very
Can I
cool.
say?
Dope. We're moving on to number 3.
Number
Top 3.
All right, this is where it gets serious for me.
Serious.
Number 3 is called Jose by Jay Baldwin. Who is Jose? There's a lot of memorable tracks, a lot of hits off this album, but I do think it suffers from being a little too bloated. It's 24 tracks, especially towards the end. It's like a lot of them. It's like it's that weird mixture where it's like it's not trash, and I like skip it every time, but I'm not like in that mood to like listen to it every time. You know, it's definitely one of those, and
You're gonna have that with 24 tracks.
yeah, those tracks I'm inclined to skip. So for that reason, it doesn't beat the other 2 on the list, but it is still a fun listen, especially with the first few tracks are super solid.
Do you like J Balvin and Bad Bunny's collab album?
Yeah,
I heard one joint of theirs like 2 years ago, and I really liked it. I just never listened to it.
Oasis. It's called
Yeah.
Oasis.
Oasis.
That's how you say it. Oasis.
Is it?
Yeah,
I guess
Dang.
if you were saying it in
that cover's
Spanish.
hard. It's like 8 tracks though.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to listen to that.
Oh, do it, bro. It's dope. They need to make another one.
Well, if Amo tells me to do it, I gotta do it.
There you go.
True.
There it is.
All right. That's the Cox third album.
Alrighty.
Please.
I'm sorry.
The
You brought it
abbreviation
back.
the abbreviation of QAC. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I like the pick.
Okay. My time for my number
For
3.
my
Everybody. Now these
sultry.
are my 3 and 2 could very easily be flipped. I almost did right before recording, so take that as you will. They're basically equal but very different albums. So my number 3 as it stands is Tyler the Creator. Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yes, brother.
Love it.
Multifaceted, tons of bangers, tons of emotional vulnerability, awesome, interesting themes of traveling the world and also love, lost love, complicated love. Very well produced. Sweet, one of my favorite songs of the year. Manifesto.
Oh my god. Manifesto is stupid.
Seriously. Freaking Will Shear, great storytelling. Tyler continues to do it, and what else can you say, man? Everyone, I mean, the whole internet loves this album, so probably not.
Yeah,
introducing
no,
anyone,
there's
but
I didn't really see a lot of criticism at all
yeah,
with this one.
but
And
it's great.
that album art is sick.
It's nice.
It's so clean. It's just his passport picture.
Yeah,
it's dope. With the blue pastel hat.
We are going to see that man in March.
yes,
In March
Bye.
with Callie Uchis and is Don Tolliver on that? No, Vince Staples.
yeah. Let's
Damn.
hope
Good
that's a
fucking
great
show.
lineup. Let's hope
Yeah.
COVID goes back down and we are not having some crazy.
We got some
wave.
decent seats. We'll be all right.
Yeah, okay.
We won't be
got
in a
it.
crowd.
Yeah, exciting. There you go.
Sweet. All right, Cam.
Right. My number 3 has already
Yeah.
been mentioned. It is The Off Season by J. Cole.
Ooh, shit.
Trevor said it perfect. It's just like a cascade of flows. It's just like sitting in a lazy river.
He was just bored. Yeah, he
It's
was
just like
bored,
sitting in a
man.
river, like floating down. It just keeps on going. I slept on and then realized it's like one of my favorites on there is Amari. It's I don't know. It's just there's one part where he's in he goes winners.
I still don't like the rhyme scheme on that.
And it's like his voice when he belts that out is so friggin' good. John Moran, I'm a Grizzly.
There you go.
But yeah, and then My Life got to the hook on that is so friggin' immaculate.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I like Pride is the Devil a lot as well. But I think if I look at the track list, I think I skip like maybe one song sometimes, but not really. Close, I think, is the one you were saying as well, Trev. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge
It's very
fan of.
deep. I'm just never in the mood to listen to it.
Yeah. So, but other than that, just My Life. 95 South is a great opener. With that beat.
Let's keep it tall. You ain't fucking with my man.
It's from fucking what was the Jay-Z song? You don't know. Yeah.
I feel like that beat is still weirdly produced. It's not mixed right, but
I just had a moment. Where I thought y'all were both roasting me at the same time. Where you were like, "You don't know the track, idiot!
Right.
What are you fucking talking about?" And then Alex, you came out with where that sample is from. I don't know if you remember it off the top of your head, but I was like, I texted the group chat when I heard 95 South, and I was like, dang, and the podcast got me on it, and I realized like that's the same beat from You Don't Know, which is like such a hard thing to do because that's such a good fucking Jay-Z song.
Rack 6.
And Alex was like, "Oh, you mean the 1980 like whatever like it's not released from some person I've never heard of?" It was mad funny.
Wait.
So
yeah, okay, I know.
whatever the sample
Yeah.
was. I don't know if you want to say it if you have it in front of you.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no. Anyway,
It's
but
actually
you pulled it out like
I knew it at
so
the time.
fast. You pulled it out like so fast. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
take all the wind out of my sails. But it was mad funny. But yeah, it's just he just goes off and then just keeps going. So yeah,
Nice.
there you go. Number 3,
Cool.
The Off Season. I love that album art too.
Yeah, facts.
The On Fire basketball hoop,
Yeah.
which J. Cole is huge into the NBA and everything. So
Yeah, he was playing in a league.
oh yeah. I think I said that as a fun fact. It was in Rwanda, I think.
Yeah.
I think he played for I forget the name of that team, but yeah, in the actual like professional African basketball league, he was on the team. So
He was rumored to be on the Nets for like the longest time too.
yeah, yeah. So there you go.
Likes basketball. All right, number 3 for me. Already been said. King's Disease 2 by Nas, Mr. Nasir Jones.
Damn.
God damn, like this man in the past 10 years now with Life is Good, King's Disease 2, and Magic. 4 albums that are just back to like they're just great. Like it's almost like, oh my god, like I don't know what to say.
It's
like,
remarkable
this
just to
album
not miss like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they found each other like between Nas and Hit Boy is just, oh man, just dynamic duo. It's almost like Boldy James and The Alchemist, or Conductor and Makami, something like that. Like they just hit their stride. King's Disease 3 is on the way. Like they're just cooking at such a high level. It's insane. There's no real skip on here at all. He got fucking Miss Lauryn Hill on here. Like
Yeah, like Alex was saying.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Like 40 Side has a great Lil Baby like sample where for real. I was obsessed with this album when it came out, and I kept texting David about it, and I listened to it for a good like 2 weeks straight. I just couldn't get enough of it. I was spoiled. Nas, you're going insane, and I just want you to keep going, man. You're killing this shit out here. And he's almost 50. He's almost fucking 50.
Yes, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Nas. Thanks for listening, dude.
God, 48 years old. Love it.
That's wild.
Killing this shit. Hopefully he gets a second Grammy. I don't know if this one was nominated or not, but sweet.
There you go.
All right, number two. We're gonna move on to number 2.
Here we go.
Los Dioses by Ozuna and Anuel.
Dang. They made an album called The Gods.
Yep.
That's
it
dope.
came out in January so about a year ago now, which is crazy. They started off the year mean mugging, because this album
I love it.
it's full of it's very memorable. It's a great collaboration album. There's 12 tracks. It's such a variety. There's like the fun dance tracks, there's hard hitting tracks, and then there's some emotional joints towards the end. So it's like it's a full package. At first when I heard it, I wasn't feeling it as much, but I listened to it more and more. I'm like, they killed it, and they really did.
Cool.
The first track is dope, but the intro is obnoxious, and you should just have to listen to it for yourself, and you'll know immediately what I mean. But
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they lived up to the title. You can't put out imagine they put out The Gods and it's just
And
trash.
it's just complete mid. Yeah.
That'd be fucking tough.
yep,
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Awesome.
for real.
All right. Well, this is Trevor and I just
We just swapped,
having fun.
baby.
Yeah.
Stop
So
with us. We swapped.
King's Disease 2 by Nas is
There you
number
go.
2.
There you go.
Really,
Still
I can't-
surprised that it beat Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah, just barely. Like they could, like I said, they could really
Yeah.
be switched and whatever. But not too much to say. To add on, I haven't listened to every Nas album, but this is my favorite album since Illmatic. It's right below Illmatic for me. I definitely, for a while, was with a lot of people. I had the perception that Nas was like, no, he's okay now, whatever. And I guess for a while he kind of was. He's putting out subpar stuff, maybe in the 2000s, according to most people. But like Trevor said, he came back, and I enjoyed King's Disease 1, and then he just said, hold up.
Hold up, man. We them boys. We them boys out here.
This was unexpected. 1 year later, made a amazing album. He's rapping insane. This whole album has the way he connects the lines is great. He has knowledge he's dropping at the same time, just saying
And some of the cleanest beats, too.
Yeah, I mean, that was the perception that he picked terrible beats for the longest time, but now
No, he
he's
doesn't.
teamed up with Hit Boy. I don't think people can even say that anymore at all. So, yeah, nothing to really add. It's just great hip hop. And
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
All right.
All right, baby.
Number
Cameron.
2 for me.
Cameron.
I'm gonna add on to what David said about this lovely album. It is "Call Me If You Get Lost" by Tyler, the Creator. My first true delve into Tyler. I've yet to visit his other projects. I've heard stuff by him, but never, sat down and listened to a whole album until this. And I just love this album to death. It took me a good few listens and doing the podcast to realize that he is talking about like the same failed relationship throughout. Where like in Corso at the very beginning, the last 30 seconds of Corso are just fucking immaculate. Where he's like tried to say somebody bitch because I'm a bad person. I don't regret shit because that she worth it. And then the bit where it's like, remembered I was rich, so I bought me some new emotions and a new boat because I'd rather cry in the ocean. It's tea, baby. And that's like the beginning. That's like the true beginning to the album for me. It's so good. And then Wilshire is about that whole relationship, and that is a song that is 8 minutes long that does not feel like it's 8 minutes long at all. I think it's like 7 and something and change, but it's almost 8 minutes.
8:36.
Oh, it's 8:36, so it's longer than 8 minutes. So there you go. Me not even like in my head remembering how long the song actually is because it just goes so nice. And he just sits over that beat and he just flows and story tells, and it's what made me actually fall in love with Tyler and like convinced me to like keep listening to the album over and over and like eventually go to his other stuff. And yeah,
You would really like Flower Boy.
yeah, probably. I would bet. It's
Like really. This is almost like a continuation of that almost.
yeah, it's cool because he has that
Weirdly
track
enough.
like Wilshire and talks so wholeheartedly about wholeheartedly and honestly and vulnerably. I believe vulnerability was the word you used, David. And it's just it's great. And then he also just has straight fucking bangers like Juggernaut and Lumberjack
Lemonhead.
and Hot Wind Blows, and it's just like it's almost hard to skip tracks. I think there's like 2 tracks that I maybe skip, but other than that, like nothing. So yeah, it's just a incredibly enjoyable listen. He did a masterpiece. So yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, love that album.
That other line, see, I was shifting. That's really why Cherry Bomb sounded so shifty. Like it's
Yeah.
yeah,
it speaks for itself.
it's funny. Madeline's brother. It tells you like what percentage of listeners you were in for stuff. He was in the top 0.001% of Tyler the Creator listeners in 2021, and is gonna. I think he already got or is gonna get the vinyl of that album as well. So it's he's a big fan.
Pretty great choice.
So, yeah, for sure.
The vinyl.
The vinyl.
The
Yeah,
vinyl.
we had a thing about that. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, my second pick is the same fucking album. So that's just how it goes sometimes.
There you go.
I for like the longest time when I listened to this was my pick of the album of the year when it first came out, and then King's Disease 2 came in, and I was like, holy shit, I'm not sure which one I like more, and I still think this is the better album, just where he is in his career. And weirdly enough, he like kind of he regressed like with this because he was building up to this like persona on Igor, and he completely 180s it and goes back to like rap, what he was known for. And it paid off in dividends. Like he teamed up with DJ Drama for like the entire, I don't know if he did all the beats because Tyler also produces, and I'm pretty sure he had a hand in every one of these joints.
Yeah.
But he is an underrated producer. Like I had no clue that he was doing all this until this album. But
Yeah, that's sick.
fantastic album. It's the rap album of the year.
Dang.
Love that take.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that take.
Damn.
Agreed.
All right.
All right.
Number one?
Number one.
Numero
My album of the year.
I
Did we
forgot
just-
David's. I'm so hyped.
Did we just harmonize?
No, I didn't. Fuck.
Darn it.
Forget it again.
Wait, before you go. I had the Nas shirt that we went to see him in concert.
That lost
for
immediately
King's
after we got
Disease.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Very
That
nice,
you,
very nice.
yeah, fucking lost it. And this one is like a tight fit. So,
Yeah.
and then I've got your boy Tyler.
Very
yeah, I
nice.
still have that one.
Yep.
Is that Igor?
We've seen.
Yeah.
David and I have been to a surprising amount of concerts together.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
So, and that was Alex's first one, right? That was your first concert, right?
Yeah.
I was at Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. What a killer first show.
Concert.
sure.
Yeah.
Dope.
Can't call
Alright.
Trev a fake fan for a
into it.
second. Man goes to the concerts, buys the shirts. He's out there supporting his artists.
I'm still reason why the industry's still going.
Yep, it's you. You're the pinnacle.
All right, number 1. I guess this means the album of the year.
Album of the year, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you about this album. This album came out in April,
Okay.
but I didn't find out about it until like the summertime. It's a Spanish album, and with releases of albums, if your name is not Ozuna and it's not Bad Bunny, then I don't know you came out with an album right away. I found out about it. My friend said to me, "You heard the new Mike Towers album?" I said, "No, I haven't." I went to listen to it. That shit is hard. Like Mike, it's the album. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie as a kid.
And Mike Towers,
Tall was Lil Bow
I'll start with the naming scheme because this shit pisses me off. All right, his name is Mike Towers. His real name's Michael Torres, which literally translates to tower. So, Mike Towers. He spells Mike with a Y.
Oh,
And the way the
M-Y-K-E.
album is spelled like Mike, Lyke, but he spells Mike regular, Mike.
Ugh.
What the
And it pisses
frick?
me off. If you're gonna
That
spell
would-
like
that
with
would be
Y,
a
spell your
headache.
actual name with a Y, my guy.
God, that
Holy
kills
crap.
me.
Bro, you know Trevor's
Jeez.
going into his iTunes and editing that shit. Like,
Yeah, I almost did. But if the worst thing about this album is the name, then that's fine by me. Because let me tell you, I started listening to it summertime, and I still play it on the regular. It's got 23 tracks. Like I said about Jose, if like I said about Jose, it being bloated, all these 23 tracks slap, my guy. It's just all
Damn.
hard, all hard trap beats, and it just goes ham. He just goes ham for no reason. He's
Wow.
got some feature tracks, but he just goes dummy ham, and you know he's going. You don't even have to know what he's saying. You just know he's going in. And Mike Towers is an artist that I don't know if I necessarily slept on it. He's just always been on a lot of features, and so I know him. I've known him from that, and then he came out with this like I don't know if this is his first album, but it's the first album that I've listened to where it's just him exclusively, and it just goes too hard. Even for my top when I did my top 10 songs, I was back and forth between a couple of songs. Literally, it changes so much. My favorite song on this album, it changes on my mood every day. Any song could be a favorite song. I feel like it's stupid hard. It's ridiculous.
I love it.
That's
That's awesome.
That's saying so much for a 23-track album, man.
Yeah,
It really
there's
is.
not very many
man.
albums that are that long that I would speak that highly of.
For sure.
Wow.
But I definitely do it. It's gonna stay hard for a while. I don't think it won't ever be soft.
Dang, you need to call your doctor.
Yeah, call your doctor if you experience an erection longer than 4 hours.
All right, that's not at all what I meant.
I'm almost positive that's exactly what you meant.
No,
You said it's not gonna be soft.
yeah, because it's hard.
Yeah, man. It's music.
man.
Come on,
It's hard, bro.
God.
Jesus,
hard.
That is dope.
you're too much,
crazy,
Trevor.
crazy.
That is dope. That is awesome.
All right.
You love to hear it. Like
None of y'all
that-
motherfuckers gonna know it. Just like Alex's album, y'all ain't gonna know this one either.
Like Alex, my number one album of the year, which was also not the same exact album, but it was a theme this year. I discovered a lot of new artists that I became fans of, so I'm happy about that. So my number one album of 2021 is Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Sims, which, if you're wondering why
Interesting.
there's an article or whatever that part of speech left out, it's because
Simbi.
Sometimes I Might Be Introvert spells her first name, which is Simbi, so that's an acronym.
Which is a nickname. That's not her true name.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I did a
so-
little research. The album title pissed me off too when I first saw it.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna listen to this album at first. I heard it came out. Little Sims is a well-liked rapper for sure. She's from the UK. I don't listen to a ton of UK rappers, but sometimes they cross over enough for me to check them out. I mean, now she's my favorite UK rapper, I guess. But then people just started talking more and more highly about it. Anthony Fantano made a video where he gave it an 8, and people were disappointed the score was too low. There was many people
Same with
calling for a
Subsonic.
10. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, oh, okay. People are really talking about it. I might as well use this as my entry point. And it's just very well produced, very full body of work. Covers her emotional, I don't know, her personal life very well. She had just transitions into throwing a bunch of bangers at you, like in the middle of the album, and then goes back to a really nice ending.
Weirdly enough, there's no contemporary beat on there besides Rolling Stone or whatever it's called, like
Right. Rolling Stone, yeah.
Rolling
it's like,
Stone.
It's like very stereotypical trap in a way.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is like she uses like orchestras.
Yeah,
and
like live band, live instrumentation.
Yeah, which is really cool. So yeah, I don't really have any flaws with it. There's really nothing I skip. It is just feels grand, and it's sort of that kind of album I was craving. Like this type of album doesn't come out too often for me, where I can just say like, dang, you really met all my needs for music in one album. And so people are comparing it to some of the better ones out there from the past decade, and I definitely get why. Favorite tracks, Introvert is an amazing opening. Little Q Part 2, she's rapping from the perspective of her cousin, and just it is incredibly emotionally intelligent and philosophical and amazing. And then, everything's just great. So can't recommend it highly enough.
How did I get here, or how did you get here?
Yeah, awesome soul like sample in it, or like choir. Probably not even a sample, just like a choir in there.
There's only one cringe bar on the entire project, and it was something to do with I have all this heat on my hard drive, but y'all can't even handle it. Like, I hate that. Just put the music out.
Yeah.
Let me be the judge of that.
Yeah.
That's fair. There was one cringe bar for me, but it was she says like, touch me, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan. Know what I'm saying? Like, that was bad. Just
We're not selling the album that hard.
I know. Point out that
Super Saiyan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just to point out,
what
like
I'm
my
saying?
only flaw with the album. But
Yeah, every time I heard that
Yes,
bar, I cringed. But
yeah, I get it.
I mean, if you dislike like all of a couple lines on a whole album, then that's pretty good.
For me, the album has far too many interludes. It's got 5, and I just wish that they were fleshed out, because the subject matter that they tackle, they're great. Like, I just wish that they were actually fleshed out tracks, like actually the actual joints, and not just interludes. But
Yeah.
there's one that's like a complete throwaway where it's like, don't make any promises, and it's just that. For like
that
a whole 50 seconds. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't particularly like that interlude. There are a lot of them. But yeah.
Dope shit.
There you
though.
go. My highest recommendation of the year.
Cool.
Check it out.
All right.
Love it.
Well,
You
number
dickless
one
bastard.
from you. Oh man, that was so friggin' funny. David, the least least common cusser among us, just out of nowhere, coming at you.
Cussed on the album, or
dickless
on the
bastard.
album. Cussed on the podcast for the first time, and he's calling me a dickless bastard because I sent him a screenshot of my of the playlist having Lil Sims on it, because he wasn't aware that I had listened to it.
I was so funny. It was so funny, and I didn't realize it was your top one. Like, I figured, I put together like, oh, you must have recommended it to him, whatever. But I didn't realize it was gonna be your number one, and that you felt that strongly about it. And so, like, you just like Trevor put out the playlist that we were talking about earlier this episode of the no skip act of 2021. And David, you went and saw that Little Sims thought, and you immediately hit the chat with, "You dickless bastard! What the fuck?" Like, it was so fucking funny. And
It was like, I was just like leaving like where I was going, and I like look at my phone right before I like start the car. And I'm like, what? What did I do?
I literally went like, like just like caught me so
shriek.
fucking off guard. Yeah, it was. It was so good.
Yeah.
David knows when to come through with it. It matters. All right. All right. So my number one, I'm not gonna call album of the year. I did the lists in terms of my enjoyment of them and my favorites.
Oh, pussy,
as opposed
stand
to
on it.
That's what number one is. That's what number
Stand
one
on
is.
it.
The album of the year.
Double down.
because
Inherently,
Stand
that's
on
what
your
it is.
dick. Pussy.
I think I know why he's setting it up this much.
yeah, and you should too if you thought about it for.
I fucking forgot.
Rest
Sorry.
in peace,
Okay, I'll shut
headphone
the fuck up.
users.
I'll shut
Yeah, Trevor figured out why I'm setting it up this way. It's honestly, if I had to say album of the year, I'm saying Tyler, but for good reason. This is my favorite album
Your
that
album of the year.
my favorite album that I listened to and my most enjoyed album.
Of the year.
Yes, but if I were to like music
Alex.
critic say album of the year, it would be
All
the
right,
Tyler
give
album.
it to me.
It is
Pause.
Say It Like You Feel It by Cash Cash, which we reviewed on the podcast, and y'all were completely comatose on, just like much of the music industry. Weirdly enough, a lot of my favorite tracks on here have like less than 300,000 plays on Spotify. Whereas like one of my least favorite ones has like over 100 million or something, or probably not 100 million. I think it's like in the tens of millions, but
Numbers only.
either way, point being, we did this. It's just for those of you who haven't listened to that episode or don't know the album I'm talking about, Cash Cash is just EDM. It's very poppy, very samey, which I like. I know it's a critical point for a lot of people, but on this album, I liked the vibe they went with and the sort of the sound, and so yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it the most out of anything I listened to this year because it was a lot of the songs I listened to and I think about my now girlfriend, then talking stage, then like casual, we're not going to commit to each other because it's going to be long distance, and then we committed to each other. And so like that whole process of us like falling in love with each other because we couldn't help but do so because we're just so perfect for each other, this was the soundtrack to that process. So absolutely just there was one point where I was over her house mad late and went home, and it was like when we had been together for a little bit but still not committing to each other, and I was like, you try not to catch feelings for a person that you're not going to commit to or whatever, and there's one song on here called The Feels, which is just it's very simple. It's just like, I got the feels for you, that's how I know it's real love. And it's and I was at her place one night and I realized like I'm fucked. Like I'm like fully catching feelings for this girl. Like it's over. Like she's gonna go to college and I'm gonna be like all fucking 18 different types of down bad because I'm like so head over heels for her, but we can't be together. But we ended up doing long distance and it's working amazing. I'm super happy. Couldn't be happier with it. Nice. So Ride or Die and The Feels and Gasoline all slap.
Gasoline is pretty good.
Yeah, there's definitely skips on here. There's ones that I'd like cringe at and don't like because it's just like pointless almost. In terms of subject matter, it's not really particularly fine art. It's not doing anything incredibly new, but it just feels good to listen to for me. It's just it's nice. It puts me in a real good place. So
I'm glad, man.
yeah,
That's
so
dope.
Yeah.
so that's Say It Like You Feel
Don't
It.
let my
Cash.
criticism
Yeah,
of
for sure.
it take it
For
away.
sure.
Of course not. Why would I? I still made it number one. It's not like I'm hiding from it.
Exactly.
Qualifying like a motherfucker. Just tell us that you like it. It's all good.
For sure,
man.
for sure. I don't want you to feel like you have to defend it. Again,
No, it's
Definitely not.
cool. No, so I don't know. I like. I mean, I guess I'm coming at it from a defensive standpoint, just based off of past experience with it on the podcast. But it is still, everything I said is still me explaining exactly why I love it so much. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
so yeah,
Beautiful.
love you, Madeline.
Yeah,
Brings a tear to
Alright.
me eye.
There you go.
love it. Yeah, man.
Fuck you, Cameron, for taking my album. God damn it. It is scaled and icy, motherfuckers.
There you go. Number one.
All right. Yep. This is my favorite tour shirt that I own as well.
That should
It
make me
is
want to eat
absolutely
cotton
gorgeous.
candy.
Facts.
For real.
When I saw it, I even have a hat. I spent far too much money. I will say, when this album first came out, I adored it. I thought it was great. It came out. I have so many stories with this album. It's like I could go a whole 15 minutes, but it came out when I was in New York with my now former girlfriend, and I listened to it the first time I booted it up. I was on the Staten Island ferry coming back from Staten Island, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is happy 21 Pilots." Like,
Yeah.
normally they're very mysterious with their lyrical content. It's sometimes a happy song will be completely depressing when you look at the lyrics. this one is mostly happy. Like when you hear Saturday, there's no second meaning behind it. It's just, it's a happy track. Like you can't really go wrong. But I told that story of being on Mulberry Street when Mulberry Street first came on. That it was an incredibly like eye-opening feeling. It's never happened to me before in my entire life. Like that,
You should retell the story, honestly. If
No.
you can. No? Okay.
It's out there a couple
I don't know.
times.
It was
it's
just
out there.
It
I've
is.
talked about it a few times,
It
and I
is,
don't
it
want
is.
to bore the shit out of y'all. But
It was just such a
essentially,
cool main character
there's a street
moment.
called there's a street called Mulberry Street, which is exactly what their the song is about. And I was on the street, literally turned on the sidewalk to see the sign as he was singing "Welcome to Mulberry Street." Like it was unreal. It's just shit that happens in movies.
Yeah.
But and then driving to Atlanta to see them live was like they had one of my favorite shows I've ever been to, and I've been to about 120 shows now, and just seeing this live was a completely different experience. Like I was jumping for joy, and I had no room to jump because I was in the fucking nosebleeds.
Yeah.
But we drove all the way to Atlanta and stayed there all weekend to see them, and it was so beyond worth it. It not even love it. I fucking love this album. Not their best album in most circles. It's probably looked at as like one of their worst, but I have so many good memories of it. So
Awesome.
yeah, Scaled and Icy Baby.
Very
Sure.
freaking awesome, guys. We did our albums. We can bang out our tracks real quick.
Let Alex has to bounce
Okay.
because he's got
True.
shit to do.
True. I do have to leave literally now. All right.
Yep. So sign off for me,
Say
baby.
your outro. Yeah.
Yep. I'll say my outro. We didn't do like we did last year where we talked about the top 10 albums that we covered, but Art Angels is the best one. I will say that. So,
That's true.
In which case, I go to sleep.
I forgot.
You go to sleep?
Yeah, that's a horrible take.
I don't know.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you, Alex.
Yep. Second by Confessions. I will say that too. I love Usher. All right. I do have to go. I love you all. Great
Let it
list.
burn.
This is fun. I'll check them out. David, I'm excited for you. Number one. I'll listen to it.
Yours too. I will.
All right.
All right. Skilled and Icy is dope. Cash
Yes.
is dope too, Cameron. Don't let anyone tell you.
Thank you,
otherwise.
Alex.
And I'll say, I love you all.
Later, man.
Yes, sir.
See you, dude.
All right.
All right. Well, Alex is
I guess-
away.
All right.
The
well,
way
that's-
the original. This is how we kick him off the podcast.
drop
It's joking.
drop a flag there because I'm gonna have to have Alex make another YouTube border for the
Yeah.
3 Zoom windows as opposed to the 4. It's gonna be an
Yeah,
interesting
did it.
little trip on YouTube there, but it's okay.
There you go.
Either
Well,
way.
we are, guys. Just some little last thoughts for you. Our little top tracks, and we're gonna put these links on the YouTube video and stuff because we were trying to put y'all on if you are so interested, or if you just want to hear this podcast for the sake of it, do that too. Whatever.
Facts.
But let's do it real quick.
You wanna? I'm just gonna run through them. There's 30. I'm not
Me
gonna
too.
talk
Yeah.
about them. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Number
30.
30 is. Yeah. I
Damn.
could like as I was making this playlist, I could not stop until I hit like a decent number. Like not that I was like aiming for a specific number, but I wanted it to be, divisible by 5.
Yeah.
And I just every time I saw another album, I was like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Before you
Yeah,
start,
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick, I did want to say I forgot in my bit on Cash. I did want to still include 4 out of my top 5 songs on Spotify Wrapped were Cash songs.
Yeah,
off that
I remember
album,
that fact, yeah.
and I was 0.005% top listener. So
Ooh,
yeah,
Okay.
I listened the fuck out of that album.
Nice.
It was a lot.
I'm gonna take
So-
credit for a lot of that because I put you onto that shit.
Cash,
Hey.
yeah. You
Yeah.
told me it was out. I had heard they were dropping something and then didn't realize it had dropped. And you were like, by the way, it's there. I was like, oh fuck, true. And like,
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
so yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
There
go 2 Chainz by G Herbo off of 25. Anime is Leaders 2, The Joy of Mo by Sithu A off of Senpai 3. Sharing Locations featuring Lil Baby and Dirk. I'm going from 30 to 1. So it'll be my. It's not really in order. I'm just gonna go up because like the first 5 are in order, and then everything else is just like an amalgamation of what I wanted. Sharing locations featuring Lil Baby and Lil Durk, Meek Mill, Expensive Pain, On Red, Lucky Day, Tiana Major 9, Table for Two, Industry Baby featuring Jack Harlow, Little Nas X off of Montero, Little Did I Know, Julia Michaels, not in chronological order. Pick Up Your Feelings. It's Jasmine Sullivan off of Hotels. Hearts on Fire by Illenium featuring Dabin and Lights off of Fallen Embers. I Am Not a Woman, I'm a God
Hell yeah.
by Halsey. If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power is the album. Making a Fire by Foo Fighters off of Medicine at Midnight. Counterfeit Shrines, Edola off of The Architect. Poppy's Home by Drake off of Certified Lover Boy. We got Bitter at number 18 by Chunk, No Captain Chunk, Gone Are the Good Days. Number 17 is Brick Wall, A Day to Remember off of You're Welcome. You Love You with Tate McRae, Black Bear off of Misery Lake. That one's a
Good.
slapper.
That's a good
ring.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a super slapper.
Yeah.
Ring. Number 15. I'm halfway there, boys. I'm sorry.
You're good. Keep going.
How much I'm sounding.
You're good.
Or how
You're
much I'm
flowing.
talking.
You're flowing. You're chilling. Go ahead.
Number 15 is Nice to Me. You Me at 6 off of Sucker Punch. 40 Side, which is by Nas. King's Disease 2. Probably my. It was either that one or Nobody or Rare. It was hard for me to decide on that one.
So hard.
Yeah, and I didn't want to like. David has a couple of repeating. I didn't want it to be repeating, and it's just a different way to do it. But they would definitely land on this album or this playlist. Jesus. Number 13, Sun Killer, Spirit Box on Eternal Blue. Death Roll by Wage War off of Manic, which is ridiculous.
Show me that
exactly what it sounds like. Feed the Fire featuring Lucky Day, SG Lewis, Times. Talk About It off. That's by Jungle, Loving in Stereo. Here's where it gets yummy. Number 9 is Snowblood by Era off of their self-titled album. My Life with 21 Savage and Moray, J. Cole, The Off Season.
Yep.
Family Ties with Kendrick Lamar, which is it has to. It's probably the best rap. Oh damn! It's either that or Scatterbrain for me. But yeah, no, best rap song of the year. Family Ties is insane.
Damn,
so good.
The Melodic Blue. Overgrown by Joyce Rice off of the same album, Overgrown. It's a R&B ballad. Just makes me feel nice and bubbly. Makes me feel happy.
Love that.
And then we got top 5, baby. Enlightenment ? While She Sleeps off of Sleep Society, which is fun as fuck. That song is like an earworm. Scatterbrain featuring Ludacris and JID off of La Machina. Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Conway the Machine. I got Dying for Your Love at number 3. Snow Allegra, Temporary Highs in the Violet Skies. Number 2, which should have been number 1, Mulberry Street, 21 Pilots, Scaled and Icy. Number 1 is Almost Home, Mac Aries, Magic 8 Ball.
Yes,
Almost
that
Home.
one I played to death.
That's your
Almost
your
Home.
track of the year.
That is my track of the year.
There you go. You said
80 times.
you said Little Did I Know off of Not in Chronological Order. I fucking love that song.
That song speaks to me on such a high level.
It's so good. It's good.
It's wonderful. It is wonderful.
Taps your soul.
Absolutely wonderful. Little did I know.
Dang.
All right, baby.
So
All right.
good.
Give me your top 15.
All right. Top 15. I did it in order. So 15 to 1. Like Trevor said, I do have some repeats from the same album and artists. So.
And I didn't mean that as a knock either.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, we did it somewhat different ways. But number 15, Road of the Lonely Ones by Madlib. Very emotionally powerful instrumental hip-hop track. Number 14, Rare by Nas. I mean, Rare form.
Yeah.
Number 13.
We've been
He
doing
wasn't Rare
gangsta
form.
shit.
I know. Number 13, Manifesto, Tyler the Creator featuring Domo Genesis.
Dude, that one was so gonna make the list too. I was
Vicious, amazing. Tyler's verse.
incredible.
So good.
Incredible.
Number 12, Indian Summer by Arm & Hammer and the Alchemist. Certain quotes on there live in my head, and that's probably just why it's on there, honestly, just the quotes. Number 11, Family Ties, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
You bitch.
Yes,
Got to.
Kendrick's back. and it's a banger. And honestly,
Stupid.
Both verses are amazing.
And then they just go back and forth at the end. Ah,
I know. Number 10.
New flows come and be patient, brother. Sorry,
I'm patient. Sorry.
You're good. Number 10, Scatterbrain. Call Jid a kid because he's a baby goat. Okay.
Yes! He's Naruto running towards the goat status. Dude, I swear to God, I yelped when I read that. When I sent you that, off of that YouTube comment.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot, but I'm sure that's where that came from.
I
in
yelped.
my head. Yeah, that's great. Number 9, EPMD by Boldy James and the Alchemist. This sample is, oh my freaking God. I love the way he's rapping on it. He makes it like a love song about cocaine. Anyway, going on too long.
Everybody plotting my demise.
Number 7, Criminal by Makami. Very short song, but beautiful beat. Hits emotionally very strong in a subtle way. I'm so bad at remembering the number. Number 6, Issues by Baby Keem. Another emotionally hard-hitting. That chorus.
God, I wanted to put 16 on there too, but My Life or Family Ties just completely killed it.
I can't believe I picked one above Family Ties, but my soul was touched by this song very much. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Tell you. Yeah.
I feel you,
Number
bro.
5.
Which one was it again? Issues?
Oh, Issues. Yeah. How could I resent you? Anyway, number 5, Introvert by Little Sims. Grand, dramatic opening to my favorite album of the year. Amazing. Number 4, SE Gang, Conway the Machine, Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, Shoot 'em all. Over that freaking guitar sample.
Shoot 'em all. Shoot 'em all.
I don't know why. That's like the most
Dude,
vicious
he
thing.
every verse that I've heard so far, he just talks about killing like the entire family, and it like just the way he delivers it.
I know.
It's funny as fuck.
That's crazy. Number 4,
Only
Moments by Nas, my favorite off that album.
Nice.
Perfect song in my opinion. Number
1000% agree.
Thank you. Number 3, Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance by Tyler the Creator. I love the whole song. Masterpiece, whatever. Number 2,
Masterpiece, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Masterpiece, whatever. it's just mad funny. Sorry, keep
Try not to drag on.
You're good.
Number
you're good.
2, Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Probably shot to one of my favorite rock songs of all time.
Jeez.
I think I don't know. Yeah. Just listen to it. I don't know. Number 1, Falling Out of the Sky by Arm & Hammer. And The Alchemist, which I already said. A lovely solstice and oasis for me in this crazy year. I felt it every time it came on shuffle.
Awesome.
Dope.
So
We gotta love it.
Yeah.
There is our recap of a wonderful year in music.
Mine
Last year was
real
awesome.
quick.
It was much better than 2020, in my opinion.
Dang, that's tough.
Mine would all be just stuff off the albums I said, like Ride or Die, The Feels, Gasoline, off that Cash album. One that would be a single that was actually, the original version was released in 2020, but they released a version with Ian Dior this year, so I guess it counts, is Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Fucking love that song to death. The version with Ian Dior, his verses on there is great. It's nice, super nice.
In the middle of June.
Wilshire might be my favorite track off the Tyra album. So it's just it's so vulnerable and so just, I don't know. It feels perfect, honestly. So yeah. I guess that's a quick one for me.
It's too long for me, but
yeah,
he recounts his whole story, and it's great. I just wish that the way it was EQ'd in headphones, where there's like one half of the beat on one side and there's another half of the beat on the other, and it's like, I don't know.
It still hasn't bothered me. Like, you pointed it out, and I like noticed it after you pointed it out, and it still doesn't bother me. It's still fine.
Yeah.
Just the way it hits my ear. But either way,
cool.
There you go.
Sweet. There was our fucking recap, man. Over 2 hours. We'd love to see it.
Indeed.
It's a nice long episode.
A fun time. Feels like we just banged it out, but it was still 2 hours long. So
it's hard to keep it quick when there's 4 of us and there's 10 albums to go through.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So I honestly don't know which year was better for me, 2020 or 2021, but they were both great years for music for me. And that's about it. I think our favorite music gave us joy and spoke to us. So hopefully you guys out there had the same type of music that you enjoyed this year. And hopefully some of our music, maybe you check out, does the same for you as it did for us. That's all our goal really is.
Yeah, share music. That's one of the best parts
Yeah.
about being a music fan.
It's half the reason the podcast exists. So
Yeah.
There you go.
it's actually one of the main
Yeah.
reasons the podcast exists, which we've said over and over, was that you guys were recommending me music, and it ended up being a very good way to, break it down and decompress after listening. So
Mhm.
Yeah, good way to put it. So thanks for listening, everybody. Let's hope last year was good for you. Let's hope this year's even better.
Yes.
We out. It's been real, everybody.
all right.
See you next week.
Alex has already made his departure. He has told you all that he loves you all, and he has since gone to do what he needs to do. So I'm next, and I will say, catch us on all our socials. You can find them in the descriptions. It's a 2-hour-long podcast. If you don't know where to find us on socials by now, then if you've made it here, you already know what the socials are. That's the point.
You're in our .00005
Yeah.
listener base.
So
Yeah.
if you're here,
fuck it.
we absolutely love you to death. Thank you very much for listening. Drop likes, comments, 5 stars on iTunes, whatever you can do to help us out, boost our algorithm. It'd be great. So
Rate us on Spotify as well.
Rate
That's
us on
the thing now.
Oh, I didn't know that. So there you go.
You can't leave a review, but you can leave stars. So
Oh,
give
crazy.
us 5 stars if you
All right.
if you feel inclined to do so.
If you could, yeah, that's great. So yeah, with all that being said, stay safe, everyone, and be kind to each other.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drag this on for longer than it needs to be. This was fun. I kind of wish that I knew that we were gonna come back to the podcast and that I wouldn't show fucking David my album.
Yeah,
But I was like fiending to share.
yeah,
like
and talk about
my favorites. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
and this is something I've been doing for 5 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just by myself, until we did the podcast, I was just keeping lists in my phone of, shit that I just like to document, like as my taste goes.
the top.
Me too.
I think 2018 was nothing but rap besides Polyphia, which was also hip hop influenced prog. So it's just weird to look at how tastes evolve over time.
Yeah, well, 2018 was also one of the best years for
Stupid
hip-hop.
year. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was unreal. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys found something to listen to. We gave you a shit ton of recommendations, so if you listen to any of it, let us know how you feel about it. If you
Yeah.
hate it, let us know what you rate it. I don't care. And
Yeah.
just let us know how you feel about it.
And we're gonna,
and-
same as we did last year, compile all of them into playlists, and and I imagine especially your top songs will be a playlist as well.
Yep,
So
we already have the playlist.
Yeah.
Rockin' David
So
and I. So
we'll link all those. So if you like the
in the
recommendations,
description if you want to. They're all on Spotify. Listen to them if you want. Yeah. With that out of the way, peace the frick out, baby. Love you guys.